Gulf Coast Bank does all the work. We display the item, we prominently feature it in social media, on our website, but we do it because it's the right thing to do for the community.
SportsCenter.
I'm Doug Brown. Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla, who after 3 seasons on the job is still the youngest head coach in the NBA at 37, signs a multi-year contract extension with the team. Mazzulla coached the Celtics to their record 18th NBA title in 2024. Week 1 of the NFL preseason continues. Tomorrow night, Steelers coach Mike Tomlin won't use some of his starters, including quarterback Aaron Rodgers, against the Jaguars in Jacksonville.
I just feel comfortable with what I've seen from those guys through this portion of the process that makes me comfortable in saying that they won't play this week. Next week may be different.
Mike Tomlin, Cowboys offensive lineman Rob Jones goes on IR today. He'll miss the season with a broken bone in his neck. He got hurt during the first padded practice of training camp. Billy Houghton, who spent most of his career as a wideout for the Packers and who was the first president of the NFL Players Association, has died. Houghton was believed to have been the oldest living former NFL player. He was 95 years old.
Hey, it's Michelle Smallman, and coming up Monday, as we get closer and closer to the NFL regular season, I'll tell you the one team that I think is being slept on the most. It's Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio.
That's right.
And off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. It's AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. I'm Matt.
This is Shaq O'Neal, and I hate Matt.
Taylor Sharp. Murray.
Murray, present.
Muse. Oh. Don't shake your head, Taylor. Some things just have to live on. And Mr. Toby Tomplay. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. A ton to do today, including some breaking news, which is where we will start. So let us begin as we do every single day.
It's time to pop the top on another edition of AFR with Bud Light. Drink easy.
We will get to Brian Kelly addressing the Garrett Nusmeer injury here in just a quick second. Joe Sloan met with reporters. Cam Sanders will be here next hour. Through again last night. Awesome. So we got a ton to get to today. Saints, Chargers, what to watch, a lot to delve into. We do have some breaking news, though, right here as we push off from the dock. WAFB was the first to report it. We have since confirmed over at LouisianaSports.net. We have confirmed at LouisianaSports.net that LSU running back J.T. Lindsey has been arrested on a felony accessory charge. Effectively, what Lindsey is accused of is he's accused of having 2 men stay at his dorm earlier this year. Those 2 men were wanted for murder. So according to Chris Perrette, Lindsey's attorney, he told WAFB that Lindsey was unaware the men were wanted for murder at the time that they stayed with him in his apartment, and he had nothing to do with those alleged crimes. I'll tell you, I did reach out to Chris Perrette. Have been unable yet to make contact and get a statement. As soon as they do provide it, the firm or Chris does provide a statement, we'll be glad to share it with you. Don't have anything else to add at this point. So that is a felony charge. And J.T. Lindsey did, in fact, turn himself into LSU police, again, all according to the LSU or the WAFB report. So we'll we'll continue to follow the story. You look at the running back situation, and there's obviously a lot going on there where you return Caden Durham and Caleb Jackson. You bring in 5-star Harlan Berry. But, of course, Trey Holly's now playing at Southern University after his legal situation was not able to get resolved. Just allowed him to get back on the field, transferring to Southern. And now JT Lindsey, we'll wait and see what happens here. But as we know with the Trey Holly situation, if you are charged with a felony, then you are ineligible, according to LSU rules, to play. So we'll wait and see how this all plays out. But as of right now, JT Lindsey today turned himself in to LSU police on a felony accessory charge for allegedly allowing 2 men wanted for murder to stay in his dorm room earlier this year. As it develops, we'll let you know. Hard to believe that we'd start the show with anything other than Brian Kelly talking about Garrett Nusmeer, but that happens, and there it is. There has been a wild speculation all week about Garrett Nusmeer. The media was allowed to watch practice Monday, Tuesday. Nothing was amiss. Wednesday was a day where we were already not scheduled to have access. Sometime Wednesday, a rumor started about an injury to Garrett Nusmeer. That rumor just swelled all the way up to speculation about a torn ACL, different things like that. We, many others who cover the team have reported that people within the program told us that it was nothing serious. I counted a handful, 5 people who confirmed all the same thing to me independently. And we were supposed to be able to watch practice Friday morning. We got word Thursday night that media was not going to be allowed to watch practice Friday, but Joe Sloan, who was already scheduled to meet with reporters on Friday, was still going to meet with reporters, and then we get to watch practice on Saturday. When we were gathered waiting for Joe Sloan as practice ended, Brian Kelly, unannounced, came into the media room and didn't even step behind the podium. He just kind of walked to the front of the room and sort of met the whole Nuss thing head on.
Just for the record, he has tendonitis, patella tendonitis. He does not have a torn ACL. We have not amputated his leg. He has a PO'd, and you know the initials of that, patella tendon. He was out there today throwing. Tomorrow he'll be back out, most likely in a practice situation.
PO'd, pissed off, meaning it was aggravated. Previously, as Brian Kelly said, Garrett Nusmeer had a condition, which I'm not even going to try to pronounce, from back in 2023, and this is just an aggravation of it. You can go and play that one.
And a lot of that is due to his 2023 Osgood ladder surgery that he had, where the tendon was irritated back then. So this is just chronic. Peed-o'd it a little bit, and we'll calm it down, and the world is still around.
He said there was no worry whatsoever about the long-term effects. Brian Kelly was asked, was there a certain moment in practice? There was, I saw some cockamamie report about Garrett Nusmeer hitting his knee on a lineman's knee brace or something like that. We can talk about it openly now. Of course, you're always going to do your best to protect sources and information. I was told Nuss sort of tweaked something, was a little aggravated, and just took himself out for a play at practice. Brian Kelly was asked, was there a certain play or instant where it happened?
I think he just planted, the wrong way. And when you have something that is, a pre-existing condition, you can piss it off real easy. And that's kind of what happened.
He said they went back and looked at the film of practice. Every practice is videoed, so they can go back and study practice footage. Said there was no indication on any play. It wasn't like it buckled or he was hit. There was nothing along those lines. It was just probably planted. It flared up a little bit. And he was also asked, would this affect how Nuss continues to practice throughout fall camp?
No, you let it calm down. Just like any time you have something like that, generally they use a Medrol pack or something, to take the inflammation out. But it's on the scale of 1 to 10. This is like a 1.5 on the scale of 1 to 10. And that's just being honest with you. So we get the right information out there, regarding Nuss.
Okay, so can everybody exhale now and breathe a little easier? And I actually had somebody reply to me on Twitter. I posted that video on Twitter, and someone replied to me and said, you see, where there's smoke, there's fire. It was something. No, it wasn't. This was a gigantic nothing burger. The head coach just told you on a scale of 1 to 10, this is a 1.5, not even affecting his practice. Do you understand Aaron Anderson, the guy who led your team in receptions and receiving yards a year ago, has not been out there since the first day, and we didn't even make this big a deal of that? This is a gigantic zero. Like, had we all, the media, been at practice that day, we probably would not have even noticed anything was amiss at all. Like Brian Kelly told you, it wasn't even a play. There wasn't even a moment in practice where it happened where you could trace it to that. It's just, this guy's got a knee condition. It just flared up a little bit. I could tell you as someone who lives with chronic back pain, like there are moments when I slip a disc and I know it. He's talking about a Medrol pack. I know that very, very well. It's a 6-day pack where you take the full dose the first day and you taper down over the course of the days, and it knocks out inflammation. I mean, it's a steroid pack that knocks out inflammation when you have a flare-up. That's all he's saying. He even went on and said, like, this is one of those things where people who deal with tendonitis, you take 2 Advil and you call your doctor the next day. Like, it's no big deal whatsoever. But now in this part, if I could wildly speculate, like allow me here, I'm telling you now, I am speculating at big banner flashing bulb lights. Now I'm speculating. This is what I think happened. You go out to practice, there's probably 200 people out there. You got 120 football players, coaches, analysts, grad assistants, support staff personnel that go watch practice. Then you've got doctors and trainers, and you got student trainers, the ones that run out there with the water bottle spraying it in the player's mouth when they come on the sideline. And you got sports information student workers as well who make sure the media don't walk where they're not supposed to and hand out name badges and stuff like that. And then you got all the video crews, the one that go video from the towers and the one that video from the end zones. And then you got the social media guys that are out there with cameras getting practice shots and all that stuff. Probably about 200 people. Probably about 200 people at the facility. Maybe 250. Somebody probably saw Garrett Nusmeer go, whatever, like shake a little thing, get a hitch out his giddy up, went and told their buddy. Their buddy went and put it on a message board, and then boom, 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 the snowball started rolling. Like, that's what I think probably happened here. And it's another opportunity to remind you, and I don't care if you think this is preachy or whatever, it's just what it is. I always say consider the source. I'm not saying you have to consider me a great source. You may not like me. If that's fine, okay, then don't trust me. I don't care. Wilson Alexander does a great job covering this team. There are Michael Cobble, Jacques Doucet, Scott Rabelais, people who have been around this beat forever, for literally for decades, that have great relationships with people on the coaching staff, within athletic administration, that can get answers to these questions. And if everyone that covers this team on a day-to-day basis that have those types of relationships are telling you this is nothing, then it's nothing. Even national people who have great relationships locally, Bruce Feldman or Ross Dellinger, like, if nobody credible is reporting it, then it's a nothing. Like, if Shams Charania reports Luka's been traded to the Lakers, take it to the bank. He's been traded to the Lakers. I always encourage you, like, this is a good litmus test. Just ask yourself, what does someone have to lose if they're wrong? That's always the thing. If Shams is wrong about Luka, his career's over. Like, you never outrun that. Like, if someone on this beat is wrong about Nussmeier having a knee injury, you never outrun that, ever. If a blogger, a YouTuber, who, by the way, God bless you, man, go create content. I wish everyone good luck, and I hope you crush it. Go create content. But don't think you're Woodward and Bernstein. Like, there are people who go to school. Like, I went to school for that. Like, I went to journalism school. And I'm way out of practice, but there's certain journalistic standards that I had to go to school for 4 years to learn and to try to perfect. Anyway, gigantic nothing burger, absolutely nothing to see, nothing to discuss. Nussmeier was at practice today. He'll be at practice tomorrow. Onward. Hopefully we never have to bring this up again. I'm glad Brian Kelly addressed it. All right. It's After Further Review. We're glad you're hanging out with us here. Show Open Every Day is brought to you by Bud Light. Drink easy with the great taste of Bud Light, the official beer of AFR, the official beer of the LSU Tigers, the official beer of the New Orleans Saints. Y'all, the Who-Dat's got a game on Sunday. Hard to believe, right? But the Saints play the Chargers in preseason action on Sunday. We're looking forward to that. And you're going to be watching that game. Make sure you have plenty of ice-cold Bud Light. Maybe throw something on the grill, crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, and drink easy. We'll watch the Saints and the Chargers this weekend. Bud Light, the official beer of AFR, the official beer of the Tigers and the Saints. All right, Joe Sloan did meet with reporters after practice. So I want to delve into some of what Joe Sloan had to say, talking about the quarterbacks, his impression of the offensive line and some of the perceived struggles so far. You'll hear that when we continue here. It's AFR.
After further review.
We're heading into the weekend, and if you have trouble with your AC, remember, there's no need to wait until Monday because River City's 1 Hour Air, they work nights, holidays, weekends, and they'll always come out nights, holidays, and weekends. So although we're going into Friday evening and tomorrow's Saturday, if you have something wrong with your AC, it's not keeping up, it shuts down on you, no worries. Call River City's 1 Hour Air. I'm going to give you the number in just a second because they'll come out nights, holidays, and weekends, and you'll never have to go to sleep hot. 752-0001, 752-0001, 752-0001, or online at onehourbr.com. You can spell it out, O-N-E, onehourbr.com. You see the big yellow vans and trucks with the giant clock on the side all over town because your friends and neighbors do what I do. They trust River City's 1 Hour Air. So as we head into the weekend, if you have issues with your AC, remember who's always on time or you don't pay a dime. It's River City's 1 Hour Air, 752-0001.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is taking $22,500 off MSRP on the brand new 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie with $22,500 off MSRP with a complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty that comes with all new Bayou Automotive vehicles. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient. And you will have your pool in no time.
Mornings with Brian Haldane is the only live and local talk show in the capital city. Get the news from the newsmakers, along with traffic and weather updates throughout the morning. The conversation.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
I think they've been fantastic so far. Really, out of the multiple days, I thought, they've come out with energy and juice, really all but maybe one. I thought they woke up halfway, but really they're bringing that. And if they do that and establish how we play in terms of physicality and effort, it'll be a lot of fun to watch. So that's been the key for us.
I'm going to go and assume the one day Joe Sloan was saying that the offense didn't have physicality and effort was a Tuesday. It was the last time the media was out there. It was a day that was, if you go back and have any interest to check out our practice report from that day, it was a sort of lazy, uninspired, lackadaisical effort by the offense, and the defense took full advantage. See if that changes on Saturday when the Tigers are back out there. Glad to have you hanging out with us here on this Friday edition of AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. Joe Sloan did meet with reporters on Friday after practice. The Tigers had an off day on Thursday, a recovery day. If you follow them on social media, they went to an arcade, lots of photos. Very appropriately placed photo of Garrett Nusmeer playing air hockey, where they were sure to get a full-length photo so you could see his knees bending, no braces, anything like that. No limitations there, playing air hockey. Hat tip to the LSU football social media department. They did a great job tactfully releasing photos of Garrett Nusmeer over the last 36 hours or so. But Tigers are back on the practice field on Friday, and Joe Sloan met with reporters afterwards. And, I think a lot of the conversation that we were anticipating having was the growth of the offense from a year ago, where they were very good throwing the ball, obviously, and struggled running the ball, to this year with Joe Sloan now with the added toys in the toy chest that they went and got in the transfer portal, a reshaped offensive line, and a growth in a play caller from year one to year two. But I also think it's important to remember, as we talk about the context of LSU a season ago, we often bring up the fact that LSU struggled to run the ball, which is true. They were 104th in the country in rush offense and dead last in the SEC. LSU struggled mightily to run the football, and there's a lot of reasons therein. Some of it's on the backs. Some of it is on the offensive line. Some of it's on Nussmeier. Some of it's on play calling. Like, everybody, when you're that bad at doing a thing, everyone sort of shares a responsibility therein. And we've talked about how this is going to be a team that very much is inspired to run the football. But the other thing, too, that we sometimes forget is last year when Chris Hilton got hurt and subsequently Kyle Parker got hurt, LSU couldn't stretch the field. Does that ring a bell? Like, you had some really talented receivers. You had Aaron Anderson and C.J. Daniels and Kyron Lacey, but nobody that could blow the top off the defense. And it is very clear they went in the portal with an intention of fixing that. Now, look, Jelani Watkins could blow the top off a defense, but he's 5'9" and was a true freshman, and they weren't going to put him in there just to go run fast and run down the field. So all they really ran were slants last year. I mean, everything was within 15 yards of the line of scrimmage. They couldn't stretch the field until at the end of the season when you saw Chris Hilton come back, and then you started to see them take shots down the field. It was very intentional because they could. This year, you don't have that problem. You have a healthy Chris Hilton. You've brought in Barry and Brown. You've got Nick Anderson. You got dudes that can flat fly and blow the top off the defense. And Joe Sloan talked a little today about the differences in the offense from a year ago, his first year as the offensive coordinator, taking over for Mike Denbrock to now.
We're a different team, different offense than we were a year ago. A lot of talent last year, a lot of talent this year, but we're going to make sure that we adapt it to who we have and put them in positions to use their talent and skill to attack defenses. And I think we have a lot of pieces that allow us to do a lot of different things. So that's what we're excited about, and that's what we're making sure we're building every day. Did some of it in spring, right? Some of it in summer, and now putting it into effect in fall camp.
Now, one of the things I think is very obvious that they're building is the ability to run the football in many creative different ways. This is not going to be an I formation give between the tackles running game. This is a very diverse running game, and that is very evident. That's something Joe Sloan talked about.
We got to run the football, right? You got to run the football in the SEC, and I think we've looked at some scheme things. We've looked at some personnel things, right? It's a combination. I think having Caden Durham as a second-year player, obviously he's an electric player and a really good football player, but he still was a true freshman last year that came in June, right? He's a lot better football player today than he was at this time last year. And I think, right, Garrett's understanding of how he can help, and then some schematic things where we're going to be able to put some guys in positions to make sure we can create some more explosives in the run game. And I think that's the key, right, is creating explosives in the run game.
Explosives in the run game. And then he also talked about schemes. Remember, you don't have to be a super refined, knowledgeable football savant to recognize what they're doing offensively. Like, we're seeing Xavier Thomas line up in the backfield and take handoffs. We are seeing Juwan Johnson line up in the backfield taking handoffs from Nussmeier. We are seeing Juwan Johnson in the backfield taking direct snaps from Garrett Nusmeer. We are seeing them run the ball on jet sweeps with Xavier Thomas. We saw it in the spring as well with Aaron Anderson, but Aaron Anderson's been injured up until this point after day one. We are seeing zone reads with the quarterback with intention of Garrett Nusmeer running. I don't think Garrett Nusmeer is going to have 100 rushing attempts on the season or anything, but I think his ability to run is going to be part of this offense. They know they have to run the ball. You cannot be 104th in the country and dead last in the SEC in rushing offense and think you're going to be competitive. It's just not a real thing that's going to happen. They've got to be better. And so if it's not going to be in a traditional sense, then they got to get creative, and that's what Joe's saying there. Now, a big part of the traditional sense is getting better on the offensive line. And I asked Joe Sloan today, I asked a very broad question just to see what direction he took it, but I asked his assessment of the offensive line so far through a week of fall camp.
Obviously, we have a lot of competition at guard, and I think you're seeing flashes of different guys daily who are playing really well. I think our tackles, the two guys coming into spring, where those two guys are going to be first-year starters, and I think definitely when you watch, they have been excellent. Excellent in terms of their growth, right? They got to keep coming, they got to get better every day, but I've been really pleased with what they've done. And I think Braylon's played extremely good at center, and I think we have a couple other guys who could, we have some depth at center, which is nice. And then I think, you see some of the young guys who are now starting to come on. I think this is the second half of camp where you'd like to see some of the freshmen or second-year players start to push and take that next step and challenge some of the guys that maybe are in front of them right now.
He talked pretty highly about those offensive tackles. And, what he's looking for moving forward is the continued growth. Like, I want you to listen to this next sound because it's interesting. One of the contentions I've made, and I was curious what he would say, is I think this is a very talented offensive line. Like, we go watch them do individuals, and the offensive line more than holds their own against the defensive front. When they go into a team period, it's like a purple avalanche falling on the offense. It's like a purple blanket just draping over the offensive front. So what it tells me is those five got to learn how to play together. Here was Joe Sloan's contention.
Our defense throws a lot at us. Different fronts, different pressures, and seeing those, and once they get to rep them, and then understand how it feels and how to attack that. So I like the individual growth, and I like the collective growth of the offensive line. But just like the entire offense, we're going to need every day to get fully prepared for what we need to do this fall.
The defense throws a lot at us. Don't think for a second that Blake Baker and Joe Sloan aren't competitive when they go out there. Like, they want to go win their days as well. And Blake Baker is throwing a whole bunch at this team. And that's something Joe Sloan was asked about with Blake, what he's seen from Blake Baker's defense. And in no uncertain terms, like, he knows what they have to face every day and what other teams are going to have to face.
Now, players playing fast. The implementation of the defense, right, and the structure, so that there's less thinking, more ability to tinker and have different little things that they want to do based on alignments. And I think they're playing really smart football. But also, I think there's a lot of really good athletes over there too. I think the secondary is playing extremely well, and I think the whole front's playing well. They pose a lot of problems, right? And it's a good thing for us, right? Because then they make an adjustment, then we got to see it, and we got to make that adjustment. But it's great for us to see. I think they got some twitchy guys inside coming off the football, which is going to be really good and good to watch on the other side. You know what I mean? When we don't have to play them, so that'd be nice.
Twitchy guys on the inside coming off the football. Brian Kelly said it earlier this week, the ability to affect a pass rush inside out. Because if you're just coming from the edge, you can get wide, you can push him out. When it's up the middle, it's much more difficult to deal with. You hear Sloan say it. They got twitchy guys on the inside that have been a lot to deal with. It's been a lot for the LSU offensive line to handle. See over these next couple of weeks how the offensive line continue to progress against that defense, the more reps that they get together. Good convo with Joe Sloan. We should have access to Blake Baker at the end of next week of fall camp. All right, brought to you by Evermore, EVAMOR, evermore.com, evermore.com. Drink Evermore if you're interested. Of course, we all need to stay hydrated, but find Evermore anywhere. EVAMOR, available at great local retailers, of course, online at evermore.com, EVAMOR, evermore.com. You can find a great local product. It's from right here in Louisiana on the North Shore. It's where their natural artesian well is. They pump the water right out of that well into the bottling plant. They filter just to get the sediment from the ground out of the water, and it goes right into the bottle. Never touches air until you uncap it. Take that first delicious sip. It's Evamore. EVAMOR, Evamore.com. Drink Evamore. All right, it's after further review. Our Friday shows are brought to you by Don Juan Cigar Bar. We'll knock out a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue our SEC Fall Preview Series. Our buddy David Cloninger is going to join us. We'll take a look at the Gamecocks. They were 9-3 a year ago. LSU won a very competitive game up in Columbia. South Carolina makes the trip to Baton Rouge this year early in the season. A lot of turnover there at South Carolina. So what could we expect with the Gamecocks? We'll get a thumbnail preview of South Carolina when we return on AFR.
AFR.
If you're thinking of selling your home, why would you call anyone other than the realtor that sells more homes than anyone? You need to call Darren James. 335-7666, 335-7666, or agent225.com. If you're having knee surgery, would you want a surgeon that's never performed knee surgery or a surgeon that's been one of the top in the industry for 2 decades? I know what I would want. What about if you need to go on a trip? Wouldn't you like a pilot that spent more time in the cockpit than you have behind the wheel of a car? I would. Apply it to anything in life. Who do you want baking your cake or grilling your steak? Who do you want building your house? You want the best. Well, that's Darren James. 335-7666. 335-7666 is where you can find Darren James. You need to sell your home. You need the best. You need Darren James.
Think real estate. Think Darren James.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
We came up with the idea of auctions in August. Gulf Coast Bank does all the work. We display the item, we prominently feature it in social media, on our website, but we do it because it's the right thing to do for the community.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team colors, team swag, and now your very own website. LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always. No paywall. It's free.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Realizing that just because it happened last season doesn't mean it just automatically happens this year. I mentioned it upstairs with the electronic media, but there's plenty of examples of teams across the country every year in college football that they're getting pumped up all summer long, and then they go out week one and get smacked in the face and never recover. I mean, that happens every year. For our team, it's making sure our guys realize all the work that went into 2024. It's going to take all that and even more for us to go where we want to go in 25.
Shane Beamer at SEC Football Media Days. The Gamecocks have something brewing up there in Columbia. They haven't had in a long time. Expectation. David Cloninger, good friend of the show, covers the Gamecocks, has for a long time. Good enough to join us for a couple of minutes here. David, always great to have you, man. How are you?
Not bad, man. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. How would you gauge what the expectations are like this year in Columbia relative to the recent history there?
I mean, obviously, Matt, you're coming off a good year where you won 9 games. You got your quarterback back, and a lot of times, as Shane Beamer said, that's going to lead to increased expectations. So, this is a place where mostly the expectation stays kind of level. Like, I don't think it's unreasonable to win more than you lose and get to a bowl game, maybe win your rivalry game. But, usually that's what it kind of stalls out as. The expectations this year, I've heard some people say, hey, if they don't make it to the playoff, then I consider it a disappointment. Well, okay, we'll see what that is. But they're very, very high, probably as high as they've been in a decade.
Okay. That starts with Lenora Sellers, who, if we're being quite honest, David, the first half of the year was not very good, and down the stretch was outstanding at times. So what do we think, based on the offseason going into this year, is a realistic expectation for Lenora Sellers?
I'm not saying that's some confusing terms there, Matt, especially here saying realism and then expectations. But you want to see him improve a little bit. You want to see him reach the ceiling that I think is still high above him. Continue to do the things he does well, which a big part of how he played in the second half of last year was holding on to the football, not having as many turnovers as he had early in the year. So he saw that and really became the hype machine that you see in front of you today. So, I think that it wouldn't be too unreasonable to think like, hey, you could be a guy who could get 9 or 10 wins again. You can be a guy who puts them in a major bowl, and you can get a guy who's at least, flirting with first, second place in the SEC, which would get you to the SEC championship game. And then you look at the games that are going to be tough, notably at LSU in October, and say, can you go down there and win? Probably going to be a night game in Baton Rouge. That would be another step forward in your development.
It's also going to be interesting, David, with who's around him, right? Rocket Sanders is gone. The leading receiver on the team a year ago was a tight end. Do they have enough weapons to support Lenora Sellers offensively?
I think so. You knew what you had in Rocket Sanders last year, yet he hadn't done it here. And you didn't really have any proven receivers last year until Josh Simon emerged. So this year, they've got the same amount of names, even more so. It's a lot of potential. There just hasn't been anybody really discovered yet. So they've got some guys there. Of course, there's the question about the running back situation. Is Russell Faison going to be cleared? But even if he's not, they do have guys to back him up, notably Oscar Adaway, who played very fine at the end of last year and in the bowl game. So I think there are going to be enough weapons. They just got to go get the process of discovering them. I mean, this will really be the second straight year they go into a season of, hey, who's going to be your best pass catcher? And they say, well, there's a lot of names out there, so it's going to be one of those.
If you flip it over, David, David Cloninger is our guest from the Post and Courier. He's on Twitter at DCPNC if you want to give him a follow. Great follow for South Carolina News and Info. Probably got to start up front, David. I mean, with you lose Tonka Hemingway's gone, Kyle Kennard's gone. You obviously still have one outstanding potential All-American defensive end. Is there enough in that defensive front seven considering everything that's lost?
It is going to be tough. I mean, that was a dominant defense last year, one of the best I've ever seen, and they lost 7 out of their starting 11. Yet you do start up front with a really good piece in Dylan Stewart, a freshman who last year was an All-American. He's coming back for his sophomore year. And then you've got some really good pieces in the secondary. That said, when you've lost 5 of your front 6, it's not going to be great. So you've got pieces, again, like like a lot of pieces on offense. They haven't been proven, but they're guys that some have been around, some are imports, some from the transfer portal. You do have a guy in Nick Barrett who I thought really could have made a difference or really had an impact last year, similar to the other guys, but he was slowed a little bit by a minor injury. And then you said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and save my season, red shirt, and I'll come back and be the leader next year. That's proven to be the case, at least early in camp. And then in the secondary, where USC's been very good over the years, I think they've got enough back there to really make an impact as well. So it's not going to be easy, but as Clayton White has said, the defensive coordinator, they know that last year's defense might be one of a kind, but this year's defense doesn't want to be the guys that go back. They don't want to be the guys that let it slip.
Yeah. You hear the talk, David, is offensive line. You're replacing 4 or 5 starters. All 4 guys were drafted. It's the biggest question in fall camp. What's the biggest question in fall camp in Columbia?
Ooh, boy, that's a good one, but I'd have to go with special teams. You don't see this often in college football, and you really don't see it with a Shane Beamer team. You're going into a season without your kicker, your punter, your long snapper, or your holder from last year. You lost all 4. And you know how it is with special teams. You know, nobody knows who those guys are until you need it and until they mess up. So when you go in and you say, well, it's just the way things rolled around, and you were blessed with some really good talent at those positions over the past few years, you're just going to have to go get it done. USC has, did sign scholarship kickers and punters, and even a scholarship long snapper to get in here and try to find those answers right away. And that's what they've done. So you hope to go ahead in there and see it, but I know I won't be nervous. I've been there before, but there will be a lot of nerves going around the first time they line up to kick a field goal and a new guy trots out there.
Hey, David, there's a lot of talented teams that have been derailed by a tough schedule. And I look at Carolina, and I see at Missouri, at LSU, at Ole Miss, at A&M, and then non-conference games against Clemson and Virginia Tech that bookend the schedule. Who in the hell made this schedule for Shane Beamer? My God. God, can we give my guy a break here a little bit? When you look at the schedule, what do you see?
Well, guys, it's never going to be easy. That's just the way the SEC is. And, of course, with South Carolina having, let's just say it, they've been in the league for nearly 35 years now. They played in 1 conference championship game. So you say there's never going to be an automatic win if South Carolina's playing in the conference. I mean, even Vanderbilt has managed to sneak up and get them a few times, although not recently. So you look at that and say, yeah, it's always going to be tough. Virginia Tech, they finally got an opening game in the Chick-fil-A kickoff, but it's against that team. How are they going to do? I'll say that this will be my 28th season covering USC football, Matt, and it's actually the most conducive schedule I can remember.
Okay.
And I say that just because the opponents I don't say they're easy, nothing like that, but there's no real stretch in that schedule to say, ooh, that's going to be tough. Everything they have on there is doable to say you could win 10 games in that schedule. The only really tough things I say at LSU, ooh, at Ole Miss, ooh. But the rest of it say, you know what? If you can find a way to beat Missouri in the first month at their field, there's no way you shouldn't be 5-0.
Got to beat Virginia Tech in the opener. So it's Virginia Tech, South Carolina State, Vandy, Missouri. I look at Oklahoma, Alabama, at Ole Miss. That would probably be the 3-game stretch, right? Then the open date, then at A&M. Is that what you see, that stretch right there?
I think so. I mean, it's not a great stretch, but it's not an impossible one either. And so if you look at that and say, well, what's going to go on here? You say, well, Alabama, Oklahoma, it certainly doesn't frighten you. I mean, they went to Oklahoma last year and just put a whooping on them. And then Alabama last year as well. A lot of folks in Columbia, me included, think that's a game that they probably should have won. It didn't end up working out, but you look at this year and say, well, it shouldn't be that difficult this year, should it? And you probably would say, no, it probably should. And then again, there's the case of they have never won at A&M. So you look at all that, Matt, and say, well, it's going to require a lot of things that you've not done before. Never played Oklahoma at home. You have beat Alabama at home, and that was a very memorable game 15 years ago. Never won at A&M.
Right.
But are those teams unbeatable? I don't think so.
Carolina's one you put an asterisk next to, David. It's a team that might be better than they were. It might be better than they were a year ago. See if the schedule allows them to show it on the field. He's David Cloninger. Get him on Twitter at DCPNC if you want to give him a follow. Thanks, man. We always appreciate the time.
No problem, man. Thanks for having me.
It's our pleasure. We're brought to you by Our Lady of the Lake Regional Medical Center, OLOLRMC.com/LSU. That's where you can get the website to get more information about the Championship Health Partnership between Our Lady of the Lake and LSU. When we talk about the award-winning physicians that care for LSU student-athletes, well, it's Our Lady of the Lake. And that same championship-level health care is available to you and me. Championship-level research, championship-level cancer care, for stroke patients. If it's pediatrics, heart health, they do it all. It's Our Lady of the Lake, part of the Franciscan Missionaries of Our Lady Health System, a multi-state health system with hospitals and clinics, say it often, but what you and I and everyone wants when it comes to our health care, we want access and we want convenience, and Our Lady of the Lake provides that. OLOLRMC.com/LSU if you want to learn more about the Championship Health Partnership between Our Lady of the Lake and LSU. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, together, we roar. All right, it's After Further Review. Terry will be here in 15 minutes, Riot Radio hours. We will have Cam Sanders in 30 minutes. So Cam Sanders, former LSU Tiger, made his big league debut earlier this week with the Pittsburgh Pirates. He pitched last night as well. Paul Skeens got the start, went 6, and Cam Sanders came out and pitched the 7th. So you get back-to-back LSU Tigers out there for the Pirates in a 7-0 win last night. So great outing, 2 clean outings for Cam Sanders as he makes his big league debut. So we're excited to have Cam Sanders with us exactly 30 minutes from right now. Don't you move, it's AFR.
AFR.
We're brought to you by the Watermark and the Renaissance. Watermark Downtown, Renaissance Southtown. You head into the weekend, I always tell you, the Gregory inside the Watermark is an awesome place to go have Sunday brunch. A lot of people love brunch. And if you love doing a Sunday brunch, maybe it's church then brunch or brunch then church, whatever it may be, check out the Gregory inside the Watermark downtown. Now, the Watermark has been voted by you in the best 225, the best hotel in Baton Rouge. And you walk in and you understand. It is the premier luxury hotel in our city. But even if you're not staying, look, it's great for a staycation. You have an event going on in downtown Baton Rouge. You don't want to drive? Easy. Stay at the Watermark. Have a cocktail or dinner at the Gregory in the lobby bar. Walk to your event. Then just walk back to your hotel. Spend the evening. Great spot there in downtown Baton Rouge. But maybe you have family members or friends or colleagues or clients coming in town for a football game. Make sure they book their reservations now for those football weekends this fall at the Watermark in Baton Rouge.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. It's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, Ice Cubes.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
After Further Review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
So a couple weeks ago, LSU saw Kelly Zinn, a very, very talented rising athletic administrator, leave LSU to become the athletic director at Rutgers. They have found her replacement, and it's Julie Cromer. LSU has made this official. Cromer, as they say, a highly decorated athletics director and proven leader through transformational change in college athletics, has been hired as the new executive deputy athletic director and chief operating officer of LSU athletics. So Cromer was most recently the athletic director at Ohio U. Not Ohio State, Ohio U, the Bobcats. So she went from being the athletics director at Ohio U to now being the COO and deputy AD at LSU. I would say it's equivalent to being like a head coach at an FCS school to becoming a Power 5, a major Power 5 offensive coordinator, if that makes sense. That's sort of the analogy in this move. So it's a very critical role that Julie Cromer is going to fill. She, in this era of LSU athletics, when we're talking about NIL, revenue share, needing to develop and establish new revenue streams, ways to balance budgets, all of those things become critically important. It's why what Kelly Zinn was doing in finding new and creative revenue streams in the rev share era was so critically important. And losing her was impactful. But Julie Cromer is replacing her. So that is official now, and good luck to her. We'll see if we can maybe chat with Julie at some point down the line when she gets settled, but it would be fascinating to hear what her ideas are for revenue generation in this new era. All right, it's After Further Review. We're brought to you by Parish Restoration, parishrestoration.com. We tell you every day, kill mold, remove odor. It's Parish Restoration or parishrestoration.com. Patented, non-toxic dry fog treatment. Remember what I just said, patented, so nobody else is doing it. Non-toxic, so it's safe for your family, your pets, your plants, everything in your home. And it's a dry fog. Dry fog. So it's not going to mess with your carpet, your furniture, your upholstery, your drapes, your sheetrock. It's easier. Comes in, it'll get in every nook and cranny. It'll kill all the mold down to the spores and other harmful pathogens if you need to sanitize. It's Parish Restoration. Go to parishrestoration.com. That's parishrestoration.com. All right, Terrio's coming up in 10 minutes from right now. Right now, Muso. Tigers in the pros.
Tigers in the pros. They still bleed purple and gold. They're just really rich now.
All right, we start with NFL preseason football. The Bengals decided to play their starters a night ago against the Philadelphia Eagles. Joe Burrow responded quite well to that. 9 out of 10, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He was awesome. As you might expect, Jamar Chase was on the receiving end of a good bit of those passes. 4 receptions on 4 targets, 77 yards, and a touchdown for Jamar Chase. He had a long of, a long of 36 in that ballgame. On the other side, you saw Andre Sam at 4 stops for the Eagles, second leading tackler in that game. See if he can make himself a roster spot. Jamal Adams as well for the Raiders a night ago. 3 tackles in that ballgame, third leading tackler. They tied with the Seattle Seahawks. Paul Skeens, dominant a night ago for the Pittsburgh Pirates. 6 shutout innings, didn't walk anybody, struck out 8, got the win That's his third win in his last 4 starts.
And he's still sub 500.
Indos, the Pirates, have scored 3 runs, 6 runs, now 7. Maybe they're starting to figure this out a little bit when Paul Skeens pitches. It's about time. Cam Sanders pitched the 7th, and he was perfect. Shutout, no hits. Awesome. Great job for Cam Sanders. And then let's see here. Grant Taylor. Taylor walked a couple, gave up a hit, pitched around it, though, with a couple strikeouts, threw up the 0 in his 1 inning of work. That's Tigers in the Pros.
Presented by Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, lmfj.com, lmfj.com. Gents, if you are thinking of popping the question, do what Louisianians have done for 4 decades. Go to Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, lmfj.com. We talk all the time about the Lee Michaels experience. You walk in and they offer you a beverage. They offer you chocolates on a tray. When you talk about Lee Michaels buying for now 10 locations, they can get what they want. Custom pieces. They accept returns. If she's not thrilled, they want her to love it and for you to be the hero. So if you buy something and she's not thrilled, they accept returns. It's Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. A lot of people trade in their ring for an upgrade. Maybe you have a milestone anniversary. Trade in the old diamond for an upgrade. They can work with you. It's Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. lmfj.com, lmfj.com for Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. Okay, y'all, putting a button here on hour number 1. Busy day if you missed it. JT Lindsey, LSU running back, turned himself into LSU police today. An accessory charge. When we do get more information on that, we'll certainly pass it along. You can learn more at louisianasports.net. Brian Kelly debunking the Nussmeier injury rumors. A ton. Busy day. Terrio's next.
AFR.
Do business with someone you know. Parish Construction and Roofing. Parishbuilt.com, parishbuilt.com. You know, we do residential roofing, residential repairs, roof replacements. Commercial as well. Had a great lunch yesterday with our commercial roofing manager, Matt Pearson, and a prospective client. Hope to be able to help. We do so much more than that as well. Repairs, replacements. We do gutters. Parishbuilt.com, parishbuilt.com. And we do soft wash. So if you look at your home, sometimes there's like black streaks on your roof. Sometimes it's just algae, just from the weather over time. It'll build. You get up there, soft wash that off your roof. It'll extend the life of your roof as well, make it healthier, and soft wash your entire house. The Scone household just got soft washed by Parrish just a few weeks back. So you want to beautify the exterior of your entire home? Soft wash from Parrish could be a great option. Go to parishbuilt.com, parishbuilt.com. Do business with someone you know. Parrish Construction and Roofing.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold Refreshment. Dave's back on. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is taking $22,500 off MSRP on the brand new 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie with $22,500 off MSRP with a complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty that comes with all new Bayou Automotive vehicles. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
River Parish Contractors has immediate openings for structural steel shop fabricators. Call or text Big Jake today at 318-547-1000 or go to rpcontractors.com and click on employment. River Parish Contractors. Let's get building.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team color, team swag, and now your very own website. LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always. No paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net. Powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luva, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. It's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Doug Brown. Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla signs a multi-year contract extension, the terms not announced by the team. In his first 3 years, Mazzulla's team has won 74% of its regular season games. They also won the NBA title in 2024. The first full NFL preseason weekend continues with 3 more games tonight. The Patriots will unveil a Tom Brady statue in Foxborough before tonight's game against the Commanders. Joe Burrow played in the Bengals preseason opener against the Eagles. Pro Football Hall of Famer and career Bengal Anthony Munoz believes Burrow is the quarterback with the most to gain this season.
They were able to go to the Super Bowl, and I mean, you know, they beat Tennessee during that run, and he gets sacked 9 times, and they still go to the Super Bowl. Yeah. I think the offensive line is much, much better. So I agree, Joe has the most to gain.
Anthony Munoz on unsportsmanlike. Texans safety Jimmy Ward is out of jail today after being arrested for the second time in 2 months. The case for his first arrest for felony assault goes to a grand jury later this month.
Your summer drink is here. Twisted Tea is a smooth, refreshing, hard iced tea with 5% alcohol, making it the perfect drink to take any day this summer to the next level. Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio.
That's right.
It's that Louisiana boy, yeah, they call him the Riot. Born and raised in the swamps, on the fight like a tiger. He going beast mode, baby, he a beast though. What you think he supposed to do? You pitch a better reload. Get the point.
After further review, the Riot Radio Hour with Matt Moscona and Ryan Terrio, presented by Alpha Customs. Alpha Customs, Prairieville and Lafayette, and online at alphacustoms.net.
Well, how's your week going?
Week was good.
Yeah, good.
You have a good. I'm full of good ideas.
Here comes Terrio. The throw, not in time. Scudero delivers and the Giants lead 4-3 in the 10th.
The wave pool, although probably full of bacteria, flesh-eating parasites, and the occasional turd, provides endless hours of fun. It's not cool to have a 30A sticker on the back of your grocery go-getter. Big fan of the truck.
The Riot Radio Hour.
Hour 2, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. I'm Matt.
You're a loser, man.
Shut up, kid. Taylor Sharp. Whenever we're ready. All on you. Murray Muse. Glad you are as well. Get out there, make it a good one. Yeah, bruh.
Yo, bruh.
How are you?
Great.
Got a sport coat on today.
Yep.
And
professional.
And a dress shirt.
Yep. 2 days in a row. Had a sport coat on yesterday.
Yeah, you and I had lunch yesterday. Shout out Joey and the gang.
Yeah, shout out Joey.
You were the only one who showed up in a sport coat. You regret the decision?
No, not at all.
Okay, good.
No.
Good.
I mean, look, I'd rather be overdressed than underdressed.
Okay.
I don't know that anyone was over or under in that scenario, but
Yeah.
I had a meeting earlier yesterday morning that didn't really call for a sport coat, but
Yeah. Where'd you get that one?
This is Haspel.
Haspel.
I got this from Haspel. Nice little, just a little, it's just a little navy blazer,
Yeah,
like
navy blazer.
with the.
If you got them, wear them.
Yeah,
it's kind of my thing. Like, if you got blazers in the closet and you spent money on them, wear them. Well, what good does it do to just let them sit there?
So for my major league career, it was suits, sport coats, on the plane every time.
Was that mandated?
I don't know that it was mandated. It was just kind of understood, like you just.
Everybody did it?
Everybody did it. Everybody did it, yeah, for the most part.
With every
No,
team?
Everybody did it.
With every team you played on?
San Fran, I feel like we didn't have to, but we did anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Okay.
And then somewhere, somehow, that tradition, I think it was more of a tradition, but you're a professional, dress like it type deal. But I'll tell you, on those cross-country flights, I mean, it would get pretty uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So that part of it would suck. But it was a cool tradition. So anyway, this is where I was going with that. I have a bunch that are really nice, custom, all of them.
Yeah.
Because the dude would come in spring training and is actually surprisingly reasonable, and you'd get 5 or 6 suits for the season. So I had a bunch, but this was when it was like shoulder pads.
Oh yeah.
Baggy pleat in the front.
Out of style,
bro.
Yeah.
It's so out of style.
Yeah, nobody's wearing that anymore.
Nobody's wearing that anymore. So I couldn't bring myself to throw them away, so they're up in my attic.
Well, what goes around comes around.
Yeah.
Shout out to my Gramps, who's a guy. He has never gotten rid of anything. And I can remember when I was in college, I raided his closet because a lot of that stuff from like the 70s had come back around. So I had like these silk shirts with paisley design patterns stuff. They were like authentic stuff that he wore in the 70s. Mm-hmm. Wide ties.
Oh, yeah.
And Gramps would always say, like, never throw anything away because it's going to come back in style.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I would just go look in his closets and, whatever fit me, I'd snag a few shirts here or there and, some wide ties.
Listen, man, I got them.
Good
I
time.
have a lot of them.
So when AC Slater's pants come back into style, you're set.
They're bad. It's a baggy, they look horrible.
How's your week?
Week has been busy week.
Yeah.
Good week. Great work week. So that's good. Couple major dubs.
Okay.
Yep.
Love that.
So that's good. And then school cranking up. Actually, this morning I saw the traffic was starting to back up. Whatever school that is that decided it'd be smart to back up traffic on Segan Lane right there.
At Dunham?
No. Segan and Perkins, right kind of by Benny's over there. There's a charter school or something, and the carpool line literally backs up on Segan Lane.
That's tough.
It's stupid.
Tough scene.
Anyway, so that's happening. But school's starting, so I think that's good. Everybody can get back in a routine. It's that time of the summer, like we're just like, okay, let's
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
Let's do something. Let's get some football going or something. But all in all, really, really good week. Very productive week.
Good.
We had something happen this week out at LSU. I'd like to address that with my letter if I can.
I would love to hear it.
Get you guys' attention. Okay. Dear people who spread injury rumors on social media.
Ooh, you can all kick rocks.
Yeah.
Every one of you.
Kick rocks.
You would have thought the upcoming LSU season, football season, was over before it started when y'all dummies decided to take to social media and say that the starting quarterback for LSU, the best quarterback in America, Garrett Nusmeer, had torn his ACL.
Idiots.
That happened.
That did happen.
All over the place.
You want to look at my text line and my Twitter? My DMs? Everyone who thinks they're my friend and knows me, blowing me up. Hey, man. What happened with Nussmeier? Oh, thanks, because you're the only one texting me about it. No one else texts me. I'm going to give you the inside scoop. Anyway, sorry.
No, you're good.
Sorry. Don't text me.
My phone started blowing up with panicking Tiger fans. None bigger than my son, who swore the season was over. For those of you that know my child, he loves LSU football. I mean, it is deep, 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 deep inside him. And he was devastated. That's the problem with you idiots going to practice who don't know what you're looking at. Some of y'all don't know the difference between somebody getting a sip of water and a damn broken leg. You'd have thought the stretcher came out. Nussmeier was loaded up on the Our Lady of the Lake helicopter and airlifted off a practice field.
The medvac. There it was.
Just medvac straight to the lake. He literally stretched his hamstring, grabbed his foot, stretched the knee a little bit, and the entire state of Louisiana lost their minds.
Yeah.
I'm going to need y'all to please stop tweeting nonsense. Unless you saw the MRI, don't put that evil on somebody. It's not right. I opened Facebook, and the next thing I know, some Doogie Howser wannabe is explaining the difference between an ACL and an LCL. His location said Denham Springs, so I knew he was full of crap.
Why would you say that?
No offense.
No offense. No offense. No offense, Doogie.
If it ain't on Tiger droppings, Papa don't believe it. That's just what I'm going with. And if y'all want the real information, either go to Tiger droppings or you can go to Carl the Cat's MySpace account. He always has some pretty good stuff there. Sincerely, Ryan.
Oh, my God. It's after further review. We'll talk to Cam Sanders when we come back next on AFR.
AFR.
I love telling you about Clegg's Nursery because they're awesome. Terrio thinks Clegg's is awesome. I think Clegg's is awesome. If you've ever been to Clegg's, you know they're awesome too. Tell you every day to buy local and shop local. What do you love getting there?
Double Danias are my go-to
really
there.
Good. You know what else Erica got this year was caladiums.
Yeah, caladiums are good. There's a shrub that I need to go get because mine are dying, and it's almost planting season. It's getting close to that time.
Look at this, the Kauai Soiree Winkel. I don't even know what that means. I can barely pronounce it.
That's what it is.
But they got them there.
Mm-hmm.
They're beautiful. But there's a little pop of color to your patio pots over at Clegg's Nursery. Seaganeer Airline, LA16 in Denham, Mid-City on Don Moore, and the Garden Center on Greenwell Springs. We tell you every single day to buy local and shop local. They also got all the things you need to keep the pests out. Roach spray, wasp spray, ant killer, mosquito, all that stuff. They got it. Clegg's Nursery.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient, and you will have your pool in no time.
Flight by Yingling is raising the bar by crafting the next generation of light beer. With only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment.
After Further Review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
This is for the bourbons and the Cadillacs with the 10s and the 12 open in the back. This is for the players of the Pimps and Max with the Benz and the...
We're glad to have you back with us here on a Friday edition of AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. Of course, great spot. Oh, guess what? The Bocock Brothers Championship cigar, the National Championship Baseball cigars are in.
Okay.
So you can swing on by and pick them up at Don Juan Cigar Bar right there in Town Center. Buy one, buy two, buy 10, buy a box. You get them all there at Don Juan Cigar Bar in Town Center. Exciting day earlier this week for Cam Sanders, former Tiger. After a long haul in the minor leagues, after those cowards wouldn't call him up, and we've been trying to tell the Cubs to do for like 10 years.
Cowards.
This season with Pittsburgh, got his call up, made his debut, was awesome a couple of nights ago, and then last night came in the seventh in relief of Paul Skeens, pitched a clean seventh. Cam Sanders good enough to join us now. Cam, how are you, man?
I'm doing good, Matt. How are you doing?
Man, I'm doing awesome. Congratulations on the call up. I know it had to be a thrill. Why don't you just start by giving us a little bit of that story? What is your call up story?
All right. Well, it was a Monday off day in Indianapolis, and I had a solid day. Just kind of went around the city and grabbed dinner with my girlfriend. And then when once I got back from dinner, I was just hanging out in the car and about to go back up to my apartment. I got a call from my manager in Indy, Sean Bowman, and he was like, "Hey man, what are you up to right now?" I was like, "Just got back to my apartment from dinner. What you got for me?" He goes, "Well, I hope you're sitting down because I got some news." And then he kind of broke me the news, and he was like, "We're calling you up to Pittsburgh, man. Like, I'm super excited for you." And he just kind of gave me his insight on everything, and I was just couldn't do anything but thank him and just thank God and appreciate everything. So I don't know, I kind of freaked out in that moment, called my parents, called all my loved ones, some coaches and stuff, and I was like, here we go.
Did you have I love that, man. A long time coming and long overdue. Did you have any inclination that it was coming?
I mean, I was having a pretty solid year, so I was like, I hope this is the call that I've been waiting for, you know. It's just kind of like coming off one of my best weeks of the season. I mean, I was in great spirits just because, like, AAA, we were winning ball games. Like, I loved all my teammates and having a great year. So I was like, hopefully this is the call right here. And it was, man. My heart sank. And then just kind of took some time to reflect on everything that got me here, you know.
Cam, how many years in the minor leagues?
7.
Wow, that's awesome, man. Congratulations.
Well, yeah, 7 pushing 8, but the COVID year was canceled, so that one doesn't really count.
So you were drafted by the Cubs. We were all super fired up. You know, I know your dad was, and he and I spoke quite a bit about that. But how was it? You know, obviously not making it with that organization, not getting the call up with the Cubs, but you know, with the Pirates and knowing, you know, that it is a new organization. Is there any is there any ill will or feelings like, man, I should have been up before this with Chicago, or is it all good there?
I mean, I got nothing but love for the Cubs. I mean, everything that they've done for me as a development standpoint, and then just kind of being transparent with me, just telling me like, hey, look, man, like, we're going to need you to be a little bit more sharper if you want to throw up there because, I mean, it's the real deal. I mean, Wrigley, that's a serious spot to throw. So it just kind of like it made me want to try. I was like trying too hard when I was out there on the mound and just trying to do too much rather than just throwing it over the plate and just letting the guys work behind me. So, I mean, I don't blame them for not calling me up, but I mean, I felt like if I'd have got that opportunity, I definitely could have put up some good innings for them. And so after that, when I got the offer from the Pirates, I was just thinking like, this is a great opportunity for me to just show them what I got and hopefully get a chance to crack that roster.
Were there any changes? I mean, did the change of scenery do anything for you? A different voice, different coach? Is there anything you did different, with the Pirates?
Not really. It's kind of just same old stuff. I just felt like I was in like a new atmosphere, and I was like, I'm the new guy here, and I got a chance to stand out, So I just basically took my work ethic and just everything I've been working on my whole life, and just tried to showcase them. And they basically kind of just helped me simplify some mechanical things, and like they were like, dude, like you don't have to throw 100, like your stuff is electric enough. He's like, if you compete over the plate, like hitting's hard enough, man, like your stuff is good. So I just kind of took that and ran with it, and just trusted them, and then they trusted me, and it all kind of worked out.
Cam Sanders is our guest. Did you pick 64?
No, I did not. It was just
hanging
up in the locker for me. So
I believe so. Hey, pick up the story, man. All right, so you get the call. You're in Indy. You got to fly to Pittsburgh. You're playing the Giants. Walk me through, because that's a whirlwind, right? I mean, you're eating dinner, and then you got to be in Pittsburgh the next day to play a ball game. So walk me through like what the hour by hour was like to getting to make your debut.
All right, so it was about, I got the call at like 10:17, 10:20ish, and I was like, oh man, I got to get going now. So I was like, my girlfriend was with me, so I was like, we got so much stuff to pack and just like get the car ready, or just put everything in the car. Like I have to figure out just what I need for when I get there. So went upstairs, and I was like starting to pack, and like mid-pack, and I'm getting calls, I'm getting texts. I'm like talking to my roommate, telling him like, dude, I finally got the call, like time to go. And then I had to run to the stadium, pack up my entire baseball bag with everything I needed. I was contemplating just bringing a glove and cleats, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just take everything with me.
Yeah.
And so after that, kind of stopped at a couple of my teammates' rooms, told them the news. We all just like kind of had a moment, and then didn't really get much sleep. I kind of recall falling asleep at around like 2:33, and then just like that, I had to wake up. Got dropped off at the airport, and then next thing you know, I'm in Atlanta, and then I arrived in Pittsburgh at like 12:45. Get to the stadium at 1, and as soon as I got here, I was like, it's time. Like, as soon as I can put the gear on and get out to the field and get to work, I'm getting straight to it. So,
what's the first thing that struck you about being a big leaguer?
I'd just say the first thing was honestly pulling up to the stadium and just taking it all in, like seeing the city, just seeing all the high-rise buildings, pulling up to the stadium, getting to look at the field, putting my feet on that dirt, walking to the grass. Just, it's just a surreal feeling, like stuff that you dream about, or like stuff that I saw when I was younger as a kid, just thinking like, man, I would love to be here playing in one of these stadiums, or just be in one of those like high leverage situations. Like I was like living for one of those moments, and just, walking into that stadium, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's time, man. It's like, give me the ball. I want it right now.
You were active out of the bullpen, and you threw the 8th and the 9th that day. When when they call down to the bullpen to say get up, what's your initial reaction there?
My initial reaction was just like nothing changes. You know, like it was almost like I didn't allow myself to just like make myself nervous. You know, I wasn't gonna make it bigger than it actually was. I was just thinking like, just think about all those days of catch play and then getting the mound work before games. Like, just think back to those moments and like take that same thing into this game. Like nothing's gonna change. You know, so I mean, my heart rate went up a little bit, the legs got a little shaky, but other than that, like my focus was just on that plate, and I'm like, I'm just delivering it in there. Like somebody's gonna have to show me something.
You had 2 Ks in your debut. Will you always remember who you struck out?
Oh yeah, I think I'll remember that forever. Koss was a great player, and he hit a home run earlier in the game, so I was like, I'm attacking him with my best stuff. And then I went 3-2 walk to Ramos, which he's a really good hitter as well, and I was like, got to make a pitch here, just kind of yanked it a little bit. And then Devers came up, and I was like, this is one that I really, really want. So I made sure I was going to give him my best stuff. And it just so happened to work out for me, you know. Just crazy how God's timing works.
Couple of strikeouts in the 8th was awesome. You followed Skeens yesterday. What's it been like pitching with Paul? Or playing with Paul, sharing a clubhouse?
I mean, just the couple days I've been here, man, it's awesome. He's a very humble, great guy. And he really knows how to set the tone. So, like, when he goes out there and just absolutely shoves and does his thing, it sets the tone immediately. And you're like, I got this dude's back because he's out there shoving, you know. So, I mean, it's awesome sharing a locker room with him. He's a great guy to pick his brain and just kind of get some insight, and it's just awesome.
What's next?
Well, just keep putting together zeros however I can, man. You know, just staying healthy and just doing whatever I can to help this squad.
Well, man, like we said, long time coming and long overdue. We've been following you through the minors for a lot of years, man, and you had a lot of good years, and this should have happened sooner. But we're fired up. We saw I got the call. It was really cool to see your parents in the stands as well. I know they got to be over the moon. So everyone down here is pulling for you, man. Congrats, and keep it up. We'll be watching.
Awesome. Thank you so much, and thank you for reaching out.
It's our pleasure, man. We'll do it again soon, I promise. That's Cam Sanders. Big leaguer Cam Sanders.
So, I mean, people don't understand the 7 years.
7.
I mean, that is a grind for 7 years. Like, that's shout out, man. Golly, that's tough.
I think I should have probably asked him that I didn't, is if any point, and we'll have him back, but you know, let him get settled a little more. But I love those. I love having those conversations when you hear guys call, because everyone's got one. Mm-hmm. Like you've told us your call-up story. Everybody's got a call-up story. But you've also told before how close you were to being done.
Absolutely.
And you go 7 years in the minors, you get to the point where you go, because now you're pushing your late 20s, you're going, is it ever going to happen? Is it time to just go start life? And then here you go, and he's striking out Devers.
I mean, but and when you're good though, I guess when you're doing it, like you're good and you're getting hitters out, and it's like, I'm just gonna keep doing this because at some point somebody's calling me up. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You think it's one of those two where it's probably a good thing that he got out of the Cubs organization to the Pirates organization?
Yeah, that's why I asked that. Like the change of scenery, like like he said it too, the new guy. There was no preconceived notion of who he was or what he could do. Like everything was fresh and new, and then boom, you have like you said, that's what I tell these kids all the time. 1 good week, 2 good weeks, 3 good weeks, and you're in the show. Like once you get to AA, it is, give me 21 days of dominating and your life has changed. And that's really all it takes in certain situations.
It's also, I think also organizationally it matters too, right? Because let's just be honest, like Pittsburgh's not very good. There's a clear, you do what you just said, there's a clearer path than with the Dodgers or the Yankees or the Red Sox, teams that are probably going to spend more in free agency than they are going to try to cultivate their farm system. Is that fair?
Yeah, and situational guys get hurt or guys don't get hurt. I mean, you could have a team, we look up in the beginning of the year, the end of the year, it's totally all different guys, and you've got 15 people on the DL, and so like the injury, I mean, that's how I got called up, is the shortstop, Ronnie Cedeno, broke his thumb. That was it. Like just somebody gets hurt or the team sucks or both, and you're in the show.
I'm fired up for it, man. Fired up for Scott as well. Their whole family, just a long time coming, man.
And I thought Cam should have pitched more here too, by the way. I do. Could have contributed more here.
The one issue, as I recall, and I could pull up his box score from that year, but like the one issue, as I recall, was the command. But when he had it, golly, he was overwhelming. Was it Eugene? Was it Eugene or Corvallis, the regional where he went and just shoved? Do you remember?
It was 18, so it would have been Corvallis.
It was Corvallis in 18. That's right. Yeah, and he was awesome, And it's like when he harnessed the command, it was lights out. It was at times here the inability to throw strikes that cost him, but man, the stuff has always been undeniable.
No doubt.
And like we do, Muse does Tigers in the Pros, so we do this. We've done that segment for years, so we've been following Cam Sanders for years. He's just shoving every week in the Cubs organization, and just never got that call, man. So I'm fired up for him. It's fired up that it happened. All right, it's after further review. Let's take a quick break. Come back. We'll invert. We'll do Kick Rocks when we come back next here on AFR.
After further review.
Need a pool?
Who doesn't need a pool?
You need Duplessis Builders. DuplessisBuilders.net, DuplessisBuilders.net. There's only one pool builder in our wonderful state here that's on the Pool and Spa magazine list of the top 50 pool builders in America.
And that's an aerospace engineer.
Yeah, that's true. Derek Duplessis. He's a mechanical engineer.
Same thing.
But he also got his minor in aerospace engineering. Yeah. How about that? Not bad. Dude could build the space shuttle. Instead, he's building your pool.
And your pool.
Yeah. He builds the space shuttle on Monday and your pool on Monday night. Okay, that's not actually true. But you want a beautiful pool? Duplessis Builders. You want a quality pool that will last? I can't underscore this enough. The industry standard, as far as their workmanship warranty, is 1 year. At Duplessis Builders, they offer you a 10-year warranty. DuplessisBuilders.net.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wildin'.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Businesses like yours are the soul of our community. You deserve someone who'll deliver the internet services you deserve. That's why local businesses rely on Rev Business, 90 years of building connections. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
We came up with the idea of auctions in August. Gulf Coast Bank does all the work. We display the item. We prominently feature it in social media, on our website.
After Further Review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
All right, we'll do Kick Rocks here in just a quick second. I do want to share this with you. If you missed, you missed it at the start of the show, we shared the news. WAFB television was the first to report. It was Chris Nakamoto that LSU freshman running back JT Lindsay was arrested he was arrested on felony accessory charges, meaning what he is accused of, according to the report, is allowing two men who were accused of murder to stay in his dorm room. I did get this statement just now from Chris Perrette, attorney Chris Perrette, who is the attorney representing JT Lindsay. I will read the statement for you verbatim, and we'll publish this at LouisianaSports.net. JT Lindsay has been arrested on allegations of accessory after the fact for allowing two individuals, ages 17 and 18, who unbeknownst to him were wanted in Alexandria on serious charges, to stay at his LSU apartment for a couple of nights beginning on or around July 24th. It is now known that the two individuals were wanted for crimes they are accused of committing in mid-May of 2025 in Alexandria, Louisiana. There are no allegations that JT Lindsay was in any way involved in or in any way connected to the alleged crimes of the arrested individuals. Louisiana State Statute 1425 states that an accessory after the fact is any person who, after the commission of a felony, shall harbor, conceal, or aid the offender, knowing or having reasonable ground to believe that he has committed the felony, and with the intent that he may avoid or escape from arrest, trial, conviction, or punishment. JT Lindsay is adamant that he is innocent of any alleged criminal misconduct and any allegations of wrongdoing against him. He is fully cooperating with authorities and looks forward to clearing his name as quickly as possible. He was unaware, I think this is the important part, he was unaware that the individuals arrested had committed any crimes or that they had been accused of any crimes or that they were wanted by the police for questioning when he allowed them to stay at his apartment. He had known the individuals were accused, had he known the individuals were accused of any crimes or wanted by the police, he would not have allowed them into his apartment or associated with them in any manner. Furthermore, at no time did JT Lindsay do anything nor take any actions nor demonstrate any intent whatsoever to harbor, conceal, or aid either of the accused and now arrested persons to avoid arrest, apprehension, trial, conviction, or punishment for their crimes. He is glad that these individuals were taken into custody by authorities without incident. So there is the statement from attorney Chris Perrette representing JT Lindsay to us here at After Further Review. We'll let the legal system play out. I don't know that I have any more comment. There's nothing more that I can add. I don't have any more information. I'm just passing along the information that I've been given. So when we know more, we'll pass it along. I would assume that LSU we're waiting comment from LSU. If and when we have that, we'll pass that along to you. Here is my assumption, as we saw recently with the Trey Holly case, is we know at LSU a student athlete is convicted, or excuse me, is accused of and charged with a felony, then they would then be ineligible. So as we saw with the Trey Holly situation. So this is something that's hopefully going to rectify far sooner than the Trey Holly situation did. But in the meantime, we'll follow that as it moves along. Okay, it's after further review from something very serious to something very silly. Let's do Kick Rocks.
It's time to Kick Rocks with Ryan Terrio.
Kick Rocks.
Presented by Ruckus. Kick Rocks with shoes from Ruckus. Jones Creek Road in Baton Rouge, or go to ruckus103.com.
Tom Brady can Kick Rocks. That's a standing Kick Rocks, but this one's
a perpetual Kick Rock.
Kick Rocks.
Did you prepare?
Yeah. Okay, you can Kick Rocks for being a middle midget.
Kick Rocks.
Costing your team 4 points.
They can kick a whole bag of rocks for that.
Get on down the road and Kick Rocks.
I'm going to just put this out there before the college football season starts.
Put it out there.
Alternate uniforms every week or almost every week can Kick Rocks.
Let's go. Inject this one into my veins.
It's okay every once in a while. I actually like it every once in a while, but not all the time. Not all the time. We do it too much.
Are you talking about just LSU or everybody?
I don't really pay that much attention to everybody else, and I really don't. So just LSU.
Yeah. Okay.
Former big leaguers who play for the Savannah Bananas, the Texas Tailgaters, the Party Animals, or the Firefighters, you can Kick Rocks.
Kick Rocks.
Idiots.
And
Hey,
last,
aren't they playing tonight at LSU?
I don't know.
The fire protectors or the
I
animals?
have no clue. I don't know.
Because it used to
and I
just
don't care.
be. It used to just be the.
But it's the thing now. They
It
got
used
all
to just
kind of
be
teams.
the Bananas against the Party Animals. Now they got like a league.
They got a league.
And they're playing at the box. They're at the box. Is it at the box tonight?
I have no clue.
Muse, do you know?
No, I don't know.
I think they're at the box tonight.
I don't know.
Can you Google that, please?
I saw a ton of cars on the way in over there. They were doing
Yeah, who is it, Taylor?
It is the Party Animals against the Texas Tailgaters.
Okay.
The Party
on the
Animals
8th and 9th, so today and tomorrow.
Against the Texas. What time tonight?
They're burying the lead in this article. I don't know. It's tonight.
Well, if a former big leaguer plays in that game, they can Kick Rocks.
7.
Get on down the road and Kick Rocks.
I feel like that's maybe leading.
WNBA gets a hug.
Okay.
I normally tell them to Kick Rocks, but I'm going to give them a hug. They're brilliant. God, these people at WNBA, they get a hug. They plan it. They've been planning folks in the crowd to throw objects on the court for the last few weeks, and it's brilliant. The marketing department and for the WNBA, it's absolutely brilliant. Job well done. I haven't paid this much attention to WNBA games ever, but seeing Sophie Cunningham getting smoked with one of these objects in the leg the other day was awesome. SportsCenter top 10 type stuff. So
That's the thing that happened?
Yeah. Shout out. Shout out to the WNBA, man. Keep it coming. Keep them coming. All different colors. Keep them coming. That's it. You used to like that. You used to love that one. You're chuckling through the headphones. I can hear you through my headphones.
That was good. That was a good one.
It's real laughs.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
They're firing stuff on the courts for WNBA.
What are they firing on the court?
Things, toys.
What kind of toys?
Adult.
Like toy trucks?
Adult.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, it is good. They arrested a guy. They caught one of the guys. I think that's just kind of for show though, because they have to be plants.
Who, the people throwing the objects?
Yeah.
What kind of objects are they throwing?
It's toys.
What kind of toys?
Adult.
What does that mean?
It's wieners. That's what it is. I mean, that's what it is, wieners. That's what they're throwing on the court. It's happening like multiple times. And they have to be doing that on purpose.
We're brought to you by Rouse's. I'm sure they're thrilled. I'm sure the good people at Rouse's are thrilled that they get to follow up this. But, hey, you know what's coming up on Sunday?
No.
Saints-Chargers.
Oh.
First preseason game.
Okay.
Great opportunity to go throw something on the grill.
I thought you were going to say something.
What did you think I was going to say? Don't answer that. Answer it later. Throw something on the grill. Grab some cold beers, chips, dips, little game watch party. Maybe have some people over. Go get your party platters. Get them all at Rouse's. The official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Rouse's.com, Rouse's.com. They got locations all over. Lake Charles to Orange Beach and points in between. It's Rouse's. Rouse's, this feels like home.
Mm-hmm.
What were you going to say?
I like Rouse's. It's good.
No, what were you going to say?
You said it's a good opportunity to throw something on the grill. Yeah, it's good, man.
Like sausage?
Throw a big link of Polish sausage on the grill.
Yep.
Just don't make it green.
What if you have the green onion?
Could be green onion.
Green onion. Sausage.
The funniest thing about that is, I guess
Oh my God.
my phone knows that I think it's hilarious because every time I pull up Twitter, it's just memes and different things. My phone
Well, you
knows.
keep engaging with it.
Yeah. Like I like every one of them and I share every one of them. I'm that guy. Or I'll screenshot it and send it to all my buddies. I'm sure I've sent you a few. No, I might not have. You don't like that humor, though. You don't think that's funny.
I just don't think – you think Theo Vaughn's hilarious, and I don't think he's funny at all. I've never laughed at anything he's done.
Oh, he's good.
No, he's not.
He had the Rizzler on the other day. It was a good,
Who's
good
that?
episode. It's a social media guy.
We'll wrap up the hour with Ask Ryan next, and this timing couldn't be more impeccable for what I get to do this live read next. Here we go. It's AFR.
After further review.
Brought to you by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness.
Isn't it funny how that works?
Visit yourgoodwood.com. Yeah, I mean, am I making it up? Am I making it up? What's on the rundown?
Hey, Goodwood is on the rundown.
There it is, yourgoodwood.com. Yourgoodwood.com. I got ED.
Go to a WNBA game.
Nope. That's not going to help.
Yes, it will help. The stuff they're firing on the courts.
That's not going to help.
Could help.
Yourgoodwood.com. Yourgoodwood.com. Remember, lowest prices, never any contracts. It's not just ED, though. Hormone replacement therapy, NAD+, which is for cellular optimization, energy levels, BPC 157, amazing for recovery from injuries, pain. Basically, you want to live your optimal life where you feel your best as you age, they can help. Visit yourgoodwood.com for Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Yourgoodwood.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
River Parish Contractors has immediate openings for structural steel shop fabricators. Call or text Big Jake today at 318-547-1000 or go to rpcontractors.com and click on employment. River Parish Contractors. Let's get building.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
All right, wrapping up hour number 2. Friday shows are brought to you by Don Juan Cigar Bar in Town Center. You get to ask Ryan. Get your questions in. You can email us, tweet us, text us in the 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. Well, you were saying like while she was going up for a layup.
No, but
That's
I'm just,
different.
yeah, I'm saying imagine if.
Oh,
So how
imagine if.
funny would that be?
I think it'd be funny. What if it was your daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah, now you got a different tune, huh?
That's true.
Yeah.
My daughters don't play basketball. I don't have to worry about
What if
that.
when they were running track that happened? How would you feel? That's right. A little different. Hour 3 next.
AFR.
You want to buy some land?
Yeah.
I know you do.
I do.
As a matter of fact, whenever I bought a lottery ticket a couple weeks ago, you wanted me to give you money from my lottery ticket winnings.
Yep.
If I had won, so you could buy land. You know, you got another option. You don't have to wait to win the lottery to buy land. You could call First South Farm Credit.
They're just giving away money?
Well,
Is it like winning the lottery if they answer the phone?
sure.
Huh.
See, they're a lender, and what they've done since 1916 is help Louisianians buy land.
Wow.
Anywhere in the lower 48. So it doesn't even have to be in Louisiana. They got branches in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama, but they can help you buy land anywhere in the lower 48. So you want to buy a giant piece of property in Idaho and grow some potatoes? You can do that. Or if you want like 100 acres in St. Francisville, that's really cool too. FirstSouthland.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. It's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
While Louisiana politics can seem like they're from another planet, Moon Griffon isn't afraid to bring politicians back down to earth. Listen to the Moon Griffon Show weekday mornings at 9 on Talk 107.3.
We came up with the idea of auctions in August. Gulf Coast Bank does all the work. We display the item, we prominently feature it in social media, on our website, but we do it because it's the right thing to do for the community.
Mornings with Brian Haldane is the only live and local talk show in the capital city. Get the news from the newsmakers, along with traffic and weather updates throughout the morning. The conversation starts weekday mornings at 6 on Talk 107.3.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Doug Brown. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla signs a multi-year contract extension. He's been the coach in Boston for the last 3 years. The Celtics won the NBA title in 2024, with Mazzulla becoming the youngest coach in 55 years to win it. NBA free agent Malik Beasley has been evicted from his high-rise apartment in Detroit. The Pistons had been in talks with Beasley about a new 3-year contract, but ESPN's Shams Charania reports those talks are now on hold. Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson could be back on the practice field as soon as tomorrow after dislocating the little finger on his right hand in Thursday night's preseason opener. ESPN's Dan Graziano.
This is a player that has missed 19 games in his first 2 NFL seasons. He is young. He is raw. He needs to play in order to get better at things like, adjusting the protection, accuracy with his short and mid-range throws.
Dan Graziano on Get Up. First weekend of the PGA Tour playoffs, second round now in a weather delay. Tommy Fleetwood at 13 under has a 4-shot lead.
ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance flexes to fit your business's needs. From quick repairs to adjustable coverages and even payment options, Progressive Commercial makes it easy to get what you need. Quote today in as little as 7 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio.
Let's ride! You can't handle the
Riot Radio Hour.
Let's do that again.
Guess who's back again.
I want some more.
The Riot Radio Hour.
Well, let's start the insanity. Giddy up.
With Matt Moscona and Ryan Terrio.
Let me find out you wearing Spanx the Hydra.
Let
me find out your stomach bigger than your butt.
Hour 3. Off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR presented by One Cigar Bar. Matt.
Love you, Matt.
Taylor Sharp. Murray? You say? You say? Why were our drops so low?
They're on the same thing as the bed,
Why didn't you move?
Because I can't do that in the middle of the show.
You
I mean,
could've
so we're
done
just
before
going
the
to... Well, I didn't know they were on that page. I thought I had them on both.
Oh, it was your first day.
Oh, wait, I actually do have the Murray drop on the other one. My bad.
Murray, prison.
So that one I just found. So that one could have worked, actually. But, whatever.
And Terrio. We're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there, make it a good one. 5 o'clock quitting time, all the good stuff. Yeah, Brett?
Yeah, bro.
I am so fired up for Sunday.
Huh?
I'm so fired up for Sunday.
For what? Church?
Well, that's a given, of course.
Me too.
We'll go pray and receive Christ in the Eucharist, and have a wonderful start to my Sunday.
Go to Piccadilly.
Oh, were you going to Piccadilly Sunday?
Maybe.
Hey, give your boy a shout. I'll go. I would love to go. It's been Erica ain't going to Piccadilly. Call Erica real quick.
Erica won't go to Piccadilly.
You got her number? Do you have her number, Muse? Yeah. Call Erica real quick.
Piccadilly, Shoney's, Ryan's Family Steakhouse. You know.
Now hold on. Now I'm with you on Shoney's breakfast buffet.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm with you on. Is there even a Shoney's anymore around here?
I don't believe.
I mean, where's the nearest Shoney's?
There was one, like a Lobdell exit.
Google it and see if you can find me where the nearest Shoney's is. Would you do that, Taylor? Thank you. Muse is calling Eric. So I can do Shoney's breakfast buffet. Everything else at Shoney's, I'm not interested. What was the other? Oh, Ryan. See, I'm not interested in Ryan's either.
At all?
No. When I was like 7, I used to like to go get the fried shrimp, but then I grew up.
Morgan City.
They have a one in
Morgan City, 51 miles from here.
Okay. Hey, you know what else in Morgan City? Shawbills. That's the original Shawbills in Morgan City. So they got a Shoney's in Morgan City. Okay, but then are we good?
I think Drew ignored the call. Is she at home?
Oh, you have the home line?
Yeah.
You have the landline?
I do.
No doubt, Drew.
Yeah.
Drew's got her phone, so he sent you straight. No, you know what? She has to turn off calls. So because he will go to the phone component and just start calling people. So she goes to the function where it turns off the caller.
Okay.
thing.
I'll do the landline then. Hold on.
Yeah, do that. Let's see if
So she really doesn't like Piccadilly, huh?
But so it's been a long time since I've had Piccadilly. And I used to go to Piccadilly a lot when Piccadilly on Government Street was open.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Piccadilly on Government Street is no longer Piccadilly. That's St. Lillian Academy where my son goes to school.
Does it still smell like Piccadilly?
No, but then again, I don't smell much. The lingering effects of COVID all those years ago. Like I still don't get, all my smell isn't back. It's weird. So so I used to go to that Piccadilly for lunch with my brother-in-law, James. He worked downtown. I worked downtown. We go to Piccadilly. Jumbo chopped beef, mac and cheese, green beans, chocolate pie, high C, and a soft roll.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Nice.
No go?
No go.
It's a great meal.
That's disappointing that she didn't answer.
She's big league in this.
Y'all don't have an answering machine.
Huh?
Y'all don't have an answering machine.
I would say, well, of course not, Muse. It's 2025. But then again, we have a landline.
That's why I thought you'd have an like a Moscona family message
They
on
have
the answering
one.
machine.
It's on top of the phone book right next to the. I got that.
Hey, listen, you can make all the jokes you want. The landline ain't my choice. The landline is Erica's choice. She's the one who insists we need a landline. I'm like, that is an absolute waste of money. There's no person like. She's like, well,
Piccadilly.
She's like, you need it for the alarm. I'm like, no. See, like in 1997, if you had an alarm, you had to have a landline. Like in 2025, you don't need the landline at all anymore for anything ever.
You know, that's wild that she wants a landline but doesn't like Piccadilly. Those two things really don't feel like they jive there too much.
The one thing I would say is like if there's a storm and like the cell towers go out, well then you have a line. But then who are you calling?
Yeah, because nobody else has.
Nobody else has a line. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So what were you going to say?
I was going to say I like Shoney's and Piccadilly. I don't know. That's kind of, and then I got distracted there. But I mean, I really do like Ryan's Family Steakhouse too. Golden Corral's good too, by the way.
No.
Yeah. It's good.
No. Oh. What? She's calling my cell phone number. Call. Hey. Call the studio. Call. Well, why'd you call my cell? Call the studio.
Come on.
499-1045.
Oh my gosh.
What?
She doesn't know that number?
She didn't know the studio number.
Oh, Erica.
All right, she's calling. She goes, "Hey, I hear you talking about me." I'm like, "That's why I can't believe you didn't answer the phone." I know for a fact this show is on our house right now because Drew watches every Friday for you. And if there's a week where you're not here, she has to like find an old episode on YouTube and put it on to trick him into thinking he's watching a live episode. Because he doesn't know the difference of what not of what we're talking about. He doesn't know the difference. Yeah. Unless they stumble upon one that he's seen and watches a bunch. Okay. All right, stop fraternizing. We got to move this thing along. All right. Erica's here. Hi, Erica.
Hi. I didn't answer because I didn't know who it was.
Oh my God.
But you heard us though.
No, I didn't. I was in the back. I was not. I came in here and then heard y'all. So I was like, oh, maybe that was them who called.
And so then you decided to call my cell phone.
Well, I was trying to let you know, like,
why
what
didn't
did
you
you
just?
need?
Why didn't you just?
I don't know what y'all talking about.
Why didn't you just redial on the landline?
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
Erica, you don't like Piccadilly?
I love Piccadilly. What's he talking about?
Wait a minute.
I only get one thing there. I get the.
You get okra. That's it. Don't tell me
okra's good.
Don't tell me you love Piccadilly. That's a joke. That's a Buffet's lie, is what that is. First of all, now you like okra.
I love okra, and they have it there.
But that's it.
They do have it there.
So if I said, Erica, guess what? We're going to Piccadilly get Drew, you, me, and Drew. We're going to Piccadilly for dinner tonight. We going?
Sure.
Don't you lie to these people.
I never can decide what to eat.
We got to get a new picture too. Look, that's like baby Drew in that picture.
Let me see. Well, I'm in the
Yeah,
room
you don't
again.
have to don't go full screen, Taylor. Keep it on us. It's fine. Don't go there. You can put a back screen if you want or something like that. Anyway,
that's an old.
Drew's like 3 right there. That's like 10 years ago, huh?
We'll get it. Why'd you call?
Hey, Erica, do you like Shoney's?
No. I'd have to say no to that. I don't even remember Shoney's. What do they have there?
Breakfast. Their breakfast buffet. They did a buffet.
Oh, let me tell you who loves a breakfast. Let me tell you who loves her a breakfast.
Me.
Oh, we were just in Mexico at an all-inclusive.
So I want is breakfast.
Y'all know I intermittent fast. Like I don't eat breakfast. I eat lunch at like 2:00, and then I eat dinner kind of early, and that's all I eat. And every day we're shoving mimosas and bagels
Eggs
and
Benedict.
eggs and waffles and
hash browns.
I'm like, jeez.
Oh yeah.
Yogurt parfaits.
Oh.
And
Erica loves her breakfast.
Pancakes
a
or
little
waffles?
churro here. Oh yeah, it was so good.
Oh, churro,
I could eat breakfast. I never eat breakfast really. I always just run out the house. So whenever we can do a breakfast, I'm like, oh, I love a breakfast.
All right, you got it.
called to ask me about Shoney's in Piccadilly?
Hey,
yeah.
Pancakes or waffles?
Well, if my dad's cooking, waffles. If I'm going to a restaurant, pancakes.
Yeah, I like that. I can appreciate that.
Oh, my dad's the best cook ever, and he does some good waffles.
It makes a good jambalaya too. I had it over at
Oh my
Matt's.
God, it's the best
It's
ever.
pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is because Houston loved it, by the way.
Yeah, Houston liked it.
Yeah, he did.
Maybe he left
Yeah.
his wallet in the jambalaya pot. That could be a thing.
I looked for that wallet more hours than I want to admit. By the way,
You know where it was, Erica?
I heard.
Yeah.
My dad even
It was in his
scoured our
pants the
yard.
whole time.
My dad was determined to find it. We had everyone looking here.
Houston Terrier thought he left his wallet at our house, and so we're out scanning the entire yard, uprooting everything, trying to look for Houston Terrier's wallet. It was in his pants the whole time.
Poor bud. I love him though. I love that kid. I love that kid for sure.
Hey,
So-
which Terrier child is your favorite?
Don't do that. You cannot do that.
You have to pick.
They're all amazing, and I tell Ryan and John that all the time. I don't know how they manage to have 3 children turn out so incredible.
I mean,
they're
what
all the
What
same,
an
but
awful
different,
backhanded compliment. I don't know how you managed to have 3 wonderful children.
You too? Like, of all people?
Bad sheep, right? I mean,
How did y'all do that?
I don't know how you managed to pull that off, Ryan. You and Jonna.
Lord works in mysterious ways with the Terrio
because
household.
they're also different yet not. You know what I'm saying? That's what I love about them is
I know.
they're the most personable children and young adults now, I guess, that I've ever met. But they're just awesome.
Okay, we got to go. Time for break.
They can
Thanks,
just-
Erica. I'll pick up Piccadilly on the way home, and
Okay.
let me know
And
your
waffles,
orders.
waffles.
You want
let's dinner for sure. Let's figure out what we're gonna do for dinner.
what do you want? Some quiche? What do you want from Piccadilly?
Quiche.
You want the jumbo chopped beef with the gravy
No,
on top?
I would like some okra.
What about what else they got? What do you like?
Carrot souffle.
Oh, you want some carrot souffle?
Oh, nah.
It's so
We got
good.
2 sides of okra, please.
The
What's
custard,
your,
the custard in the little.
You want some custard, Erica?
I love the custard.
Ugh, custard.
Come
that
on,
word.
whatever. It doesn't matter what it tastes like. If the word
word.
sounds gross, she's not gonna eat it.
Macy
Souffle,
loves the Jello.
custard.
Horseradish.
That's not really a meal.
Well, it's a thing that sounds disgusting that I'll never eat.
don't
Yeah.
disagree.
No. What are y'all talking about today? Are we on air right now?
Yeah, well, it's just a real slow day. You know, the quarterback, there were rumors of torn ACL. A running back got arrested. The offensive coordinator met with reporters today. The Saints are playing a preseason game.
Party animals are in
there's
town.
There's just nothing going on at all. So Terrio decides to do what Terrio does and just derail a segment and talk about carrot souffle in the Piccadilly.
The second day of school. It's been a great day.
Awesome.
I heard some carpool jamming up over there on Segan. You said earlier, Ryan. Please know the St. Jude carpool is flowing like butter right now.
Oh, I know it is.
Flowing like butter?
I know it is.
I don't think butter
Who's
flows.
like butter, man?
I know it is.
Butter doesn't flow.
That's it. Just like it.
It flows just like butter.
It's smooth as butter, so I think I was trying
Maybe
to say.
so. Maybe that's what you were going for. Okay, thanks, Erica. We'll talk later.
See you, Erica.
Okay, hey, let's get some food on your way home, please.
All right.
Goodbye.
I just got a text. Sitting in traffic. Wife is driving. 104.5 ESPN on. Why the hell do you listen to shows about Piccadilly? It's not a show about Piccadilly.
I mean,
it's just a show where on Fridays when Ryan Terrio comes in, he just yard sales the whole thing.
not all the time, but if Piccadilly comes up, yeah, man, we're talking about that. I don't know how it came up. You said Shoney's the other day, which made me think about, why did you say Shoney's?
It's AFR.
AFR.
Get Gordon and get it done, said Shoney's, because we used to do Shoney's breakfast buffets before Saints games. Get Gordon and get it done. Gordon McKernan, injury attorneys. You've been injured, which that we were supposed to talk about in the last segment. We were supposed to talk about Saints Chargers.
Gordon likes Shoney's, I bet.
We were supposed to talk Saints Chargers and what we were going to look for, and that whole thing just got yard saled. Get Gordon and get it done. You know what else Gordon likes? The Saints. Sure. Likes helping people. Get Gordon and get it done. Go to getgordon.com, getgordon.com. If you've been injured in an accident, it's not your fault. Do what injured people in our state have done for more than 3 decades. Call Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. Gordon has offices all over the state. Of course, if you've been injured, you don't want to travel to see an attorney. So Gordon's got offices all over the state of Louisiana. So it's really easy. You can call 888-8888, 888-8888, or go to getgordon.com, getgordon.com. One of the cool things when you go to the website, you can see client testimonials, so you can see actual results that past clients have had with Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. You know what to do. If you've been injured in an accident, go to getgordon.com. Get Gordon and get it done.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is taking $22,500 off MSRP on the brand new 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie with $22,500 off MSRP with a complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty that comes with all new Bayou Automotive vehicles. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Tiger Country is 100.7 The Tiger. In the car on 100.7 FM or on the 100.7 The Tiger app.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
If you could do it all over again, would this be your walk-up song?
I mean, God, I missed it. I missed it on this one. This is a hell of a walk-up song. God, dog. And you could do the dance as you're walking, too.
Brian Kelly met with reporters unannounced. We went over to football ops. We had a scheduled media session with Joe Sloan. Next week, next Friday, we should get a chance to talk to Blake Baker. And then we're also told we're going to get a chance to talk to Austin Thomas as well, LSU's general manager. So that'll be good. I hear at some point in fall camp. But before Sloan came in, and of course he was going to get peppered with questions about Garrett Nusmeer, Brian Kelly came in sort of unannounced and was just getting ahead of the whole Nussmeier rumor thing and talked about what the diagnosis is there for Garrett, what's going on.
Just for the record, he has tendonitis, patella tendonitis. He does not have a torn ACL. We have not amputated his leg. He has a PO'd, and you know the initials of that, patella tendon. He was out there today throwing. Tomorrow he'll be back out, most likely in a practice situation.
Okay, so all the dumb rumors were wrong and stupid, like I said they were. Tendonitis, which is, I don't know, a super common thing. He's got a sore knee. Brian Kelly said on a scale of 1 to 10, it's 1.5.
Yeah, which it's going to be that way for, forever. I think every athlete is dealing with something at some point, but, he also mentioned he had the what is it, Osgood?
Yeah, I never heard of that before. Ladder,
yeah.
Osgood ladder.
Yeah, it's a little bump, like right underneath your kneecap. I mean, I'm kind of familiar, but anytime you go in and do anything, surgically like that, or there's any type of trauma, you're going to have the tendonitis risk, which, look, man, it's no big deal. It's all good.
Yeah.
But it hurts. Let me just say that. I went on the DL for tendonitis, my elbow. Like, it hurts. It's not comfortable, and it's not like you got to manage it.
So he had a flare-up. Kelly said there was no singular moment, maybe planted or something. He said they went back and looked at the practice film, and there was no moment. It wasn't like he got hit or rolled or any of that. It just, something happened, it flared up, just PO'd. He pissed it off. It flared up, got a little aggravated. So stay off of it, get some treatment on it, and he's fine. To your point, though, when you said everybody has something, like that's the point that I would make. It's like, this is football. Literally everyone out there has something going on. It's just, when you play that sport, everyone's got something.
Well, you know this, too. I mean, go in the training room before practice starts.
Yeah.
And then that's all you have to do. You have to understand. That's why they have so many trainers and student assistants and, techs and all that, because, yeah, you're right. I mean, it's just part of it.
The only reason we even know this, like, I didn't even know he had Osgood ladder, whatever that is. I had no idea. Osgood slatter. I didn't know he had that. I mean, apparently back in 23, he had something going on with that, which is what Brian Kelly said, which is what causes this inflammation from time to time. Like, I didn't know that because it's a total non-thing until someone started spreading a rumor that it was way more serious, and it's nothing. So, Nuss will be out there at practice tomorrow. There is media availability. Media's allowed to go watch the whole practice tomorrow. They're supposed to scrimmage, so whatever comes of that, we'll certainly be talking about when we're back here on Monday. All right, it's After Further Review. We're brought to you by Shawbills Tire and Auto Service, ShawBillsTire.com, with locations all over South Louisiana, where that Shoney's is in Morgan City. That's where they started back in 1968. ShawBillsTire.com, ShawBillsTire.com, and locations all over South Louisiana. Name brand tires at wholesale prices. If you're like the Terrios and you make like 7 trips in one summer to 30A, wearing out them tires, need new tires, get the best tires at the cheapest price, get them at Shawbills. Maybe you need them rotated. Maybe you need your oil changed. Shawbills can do all that. And always ask about the Shawbills credit card. It's basically like a credit card specifically for your vehicle. Shawbills. Shawbills Tire and Auto Service. ShawBillsTire.com. ShawBillsTire.com. Shawbills, where we keep you rolling. All right. So this all started because we said I'm fired up about Sunday. I said, it's Sunday. And you said church, and then church became like Shoney's or whatever. Sunday, the New Orleans Saints are going to play a game. They're going to play their first preseason game. They're going to play the Los Angeles Chargers. Chargers already played last week. They played in the Hall of Fame game. Played quite well, as a matter of fact. I'm really excited for this. Self-admitted preseason junkie. I was watching games last night because I do find it interesting to go through the preseason to find out who's going to win those final roster spots. Spot 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. And this is one of those years that honestly is even more, I think, impactful than probably any of the last 15, because the Saints for the last decade and a half really have been contenders, and they've been veteran teams. This is one where you drafted 9 players. You have a new head coach, a new system all the way around. Tyrann Mathieu retired. You're on the back end of some of your veterans, right? So you're looking at a team and a roster that is getting younger, and you're trying to establish guys that you think can be foundational players for you for the next half decade, building what could be maybe your next run. And I think this is a huge part of it. And you can think you can glean things from practice, but when you go out and play a game and you're competitive is when you're actually going to learn what you need to learn about this team. And I think it's massive also for several former draft picks that have a lot on the line in this preseason. Most notable among them, I think, at the top is Isaiah Foskey. I mean, this guy was a second-round pick. He has done virtually nothing in his 2 years in the NFL so far. And this is very likely one of those guys that if he doesn't make an impact over the next 3 weeks, he's probably going to find himself cut. And it would be devastating to have a guy that you invested so much draft capital in amount to nothing. But, he has in 2 seasons played in 27 games with a total of 26 tackles. He's got a half a sack. I mean, this is a guy that you thought would be an athletic guy coming off the edge, and he's been nothing more than a healthy scratch, a special teams player, and a rotational piece in certain packages on the end, and he hasn't been able to affect the quarterback in any way. So Foskey is one guy that I'm most certainly interested in watching in this preseason game and really over the next 3 weeks, because it's also interesting with the new rules where the roster cut down goes from 90 to 53 after the final preseason game. It used to be that you would incrementally cut down the roster throughout the preseason. Now it's you keep 90 until the final, and boom, then you're cutting 40 guys.
Why they do that?
That's just what they did in the CBA. I don't know. Whatever. They can do it however they want. I don't really care. But that's one I want to watch. Obviously, everyone's going to say the quarterbacks. Do you have do you care or have a thought on either of those guys, on Tyler Shuck or Spencer Rattler? I mean Jake Hayner's still there, but this is a 2-man race.
I mean, I'd love to see Shuck win the job, but it looks like Rattler's going to be the guy. I mean, I just think even if I don't think the team's going to be great, and I don't subscribe to the don't put the rookie in a bad situation because you're going to ruin him theory.
So you say play him if he's the guy?
Yeah. I mean, if he's the guy, play him, get the experience, But I think Rattler's actually, from what I've been seeing, playing pretty decent. So, that piece to me is really the only interesting piece. The guys, I just have a hard time watching preseason because, the guys you're talking about, those last roster spots guys, they're not even going to play.
And most don't care.
Yeah.
Well, no, those are, you mean in the regular season? Yeah. But they do. See, that's why I think, if you were, I say this all the time, if you are on an active roster on game day, you are active on game day, you are going to play. You are going to play. And it may be that you are, all those guys that are backups are special teamers, so they're in every special team unit. So even the backup quarterback is usually the holder. Mm-hmm. So everybody is going to play.
Now you're going to do something. You're not just going to sit on the bench and rock.
Correct. So if you're active on game day, you're going to help your team on that game day. Because it's not like college where we got 85 scholarship guys and then walk-ons as well. So then maybe your freshmen are playing special teams. No, everybody's playing. Mm. And then you have game situations where somebody gets hurt. Well, it's in the NFL, it is next man up. Like, if a cornerback gets hurt, you have to have a versatile defensive back that can play corner or safety and go out there and be ready to roll in if your guy gets hurt in the game. And, like, it can't be a dramatic drop-off. Like, they have to be ready to play. So I do find that interesting. Yeah. I mean, that's...
Oh, that is.
You know, it's just so critically important because the owners are cheap. They don't want to pay more players, so they pare down rosters. And so every roster spot has a maximized value because they all have to contribute. Aside from quarterback, and I just mentioned edge, there are two positions, one on either side of the ball. One is cornerback. We've talked about it a bunch because you've lost your top two corners from a year ago when you started the season. You traded Lattimore and Paulson Adebo signed as a free agent with the Giants. Is Kool-Aid McKinstry ready to be a number one? That's the guy you drafted a year ago with a high second-round pick. And then who's the other corner this year? Like, that's going to be like I could guess, but is it Alontae Taylor? You know, you re-sign Isaac Gadam, but is he anything more than just like a rotational piece, a depth guy? Could one of the draft picks end up maybe winning one of those roster spots? In the defensive backfield, like Quincy Riley is a guy they took out of Louisville that they like a lot. Like, is he ready to be a starter? You know, I think that's fascinating. Then at running back, I mean, you've got numbers there, but I'm really interested to see really Clyde and Cam Akers among those veterans. I think obviously Alvin Kamara is going to make the team, and I would be stunned if Kendre Miller didn't. Again, he's a third-round pick, a guy you have a lot invested in. If he's healthy, I think he makes the team. But after that, who else do you keep? Do you keep Clyde? Do you keep Cam Akers? Is it Devin Neal, who's injured right now, so he misses those reps being out with a hamstring injury for a couple of weeks? Those are the types of things I'm looking for because usually performance in a preseason game can be a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
If a coach feels like or a staff feels like they got a couple of guys they're choosing, between or among, and someone pops in the preseason game and game action, they probably win that tiebreaker. So those are the ones that I'm looking for.
Yeah. I hope Clyde does well. I mean, I like the running back thought. I'm not the biggest Saints fan, but love to see him do well.
Yeah. I'm a big Saints fan.
You were the biggest Saints fan.
It's funny, though, because if you go look at my comments on Instagram, people think I hate the Saints.
You love the Saints.
I know.
The Man of God headband every Sunday.
I know.
Yep.
I'm honest, man. I'm honest. I say it all the time. Like, if I think they're going to stink, I'll tell you. If I think they're going to be good, I'll tell you. It doesn't mean, like, when I watch the game, I get any less angst when I watch them. When I was 15 or 10. Still love them. I just got to be here and be honest with you. And I just think they're going to stink this year. But I'm excited about it. Not excited about them stinking.
Oh.
I'm excited about a new era. Like, they've been forced into this rebuild, but the rebuild is here. So it's exciting. Like, I don't have to go into the weekend feeling a lot of anxiety about whether they're going to win or lose because I know they're going to stink.
What about the dumpster fire for Nussmeier thing? Is that
a
thing?
It could happen. I mean, they bottom out this year, win 2 or 3 games. They could have the first pick and could very well draft Nuss. I think it's a very real thing.
Would that mean I'm like a fortune teller at that point?
Yes.
See the future?
I'm desperately trying to find a way to identify our old Riot podcasts where you started the dumpster fire for Nussmeier thing to see if I can find that.
It's around the same time that we coined Rugeron.
No, it was before then.
We do need to get some shirts made. What's your shirt people? What's the name? The shirt people to make the t-shirts? Why don't you have some shirts?
929 Misfits?
Yeah. Y'all can't take my saying. Look, I said it. We have witnesses.
Dumpster fire for Nussmeier.
That's mine.
You can get your Nussbus shirts at 929misfits.com.
Nussbus, yeah, no, that's easy.
Erica designed that, by the way.
Can she design a dumpster fire for Nussmeier?
Sure, just tell her what you want to do.
I want a dumpster that's on fire, and I want Nussmeier.
Especially if it's you. She'll do whatever. I mean, if you tell her to do it. But for Ryan, I'll do whatever. Yeah, of course. Ryan wants it? Of course. There it is. There's the Nussbus shirt. Can you pull that up, Taylor? There's my Nussbus shirt right there. 929misfits.com. Go get you a Nussbus shirt. Got hoodies, too. Look at that. It's a good-looking shirt.
That's a nice shirt.
Matt Flynn wore that shirt at the LSU USC game last year in Vegas. I didn't even know he had it. It's a great shirt. Nussbus. 929misfits.com. All right, time for you got to go. Thank you for hanging out. Jacques Doucet is going to join us next because he's got a catering reunion show coming up.
Okay.
So we'll talk about that with Jacques because I know you got to jet out of here because you had somewhere to be. So have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, buddy.
We'll see you. It's AFR.
AFR.
We're brought to you by Glow Resources, GLO, glowresources.com. They are complete employer solutions over at Glow Resources. If you need to find the right people, to make your business the most effective and efficient it can be, you need Glow Resources. They're the best. You know, they even have their professional placement division, and they'll source people from all over the world. So, for example, they have engineers from India that they placed at jobs in Houston, for example. And you, the customer, you, the business owner, you get a guarantee for 60 days from Glow Resources that the employee is the right fit. If for whatever reason it doesn't work, they'll find you a new employee at no cost, or they'll give you a prorated refund.
Oh, wow.
And people like to work with Glow Resources because they're cool.
Mm-hmm.
They have a GOAT on their website because they're the GOAT recruiting firm. How about that? It's Glow Resources. Right there on Perkins Road in Baton Rouge next to Pennington, GLO, glowresources.com, glowresources.com.
Businesses like yours are the soul of our community. You deserve someone who'll deliver the internet services you deserve. That's why local businesses rely on Rev Business, 90 years of building connections. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team colors, team swag, and now your very own website, LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always, no paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net, powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
BRAC teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. BRAC, your #1 park system in the nation.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier.
After Further Review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
All right, glad you're rolling along with us here on this Friday edition of AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. Our buddy Jacques Doucet from WAFB joins us because Red Rock and Blue has a big event going on tomorrow, which I didn't even know that this was a thing, man, but I'm fired up for it. The Catery Reunion. JD, what's up, man?
Matt, good to be with you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so for those that don't remember, remind people what the Catery is.
Well, I have to thank my good friend Ben Castillo. This was his idea, local musician. The Catery was a popular music venue right there in Baton Rouge that burned down, unfortunately, 15 years ago, I believe. It was 2010.
God, I
Yeah.
didn't know it was that long ago.
Time flies, man. It's like, how long have you worked here? 5 years? No, 15. It's like whatever you think the time is, double it or triple it. But yeah, it's been that long, and so it was Ben's idea to get bands that used to play there back together, reunite them, and it's been a winning formula. This is the third one we're going to do. The first two have drawn about 500, 600 people at basically very little expense. So all the money is going to the Louisiana Military Charity organizations that we give to, and it's going to be another big crowd between what the Texas Club has sold and what, the tickets that have been accounted for by sponsors and whatnot. We're around 500, 600 already. But the good news is the Texas Club is a canyon. It's huge. So
it is, yeah.
The capacity is like 1,400 in there, so we can spread it wide out. But it's going to be a big crowd, going to be a lot of energy. You can buy your tickets online at texasclub.com, or you can buy them at the door tomorrow night. We're all getting older, Matt, so we open the doors at 6, and the show will start at 7 o'clock.
Smart man. Oh, no more. The doors open at 8. First band goes on at 11. Those days are dead. So doors at 6, shows at 7. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was just joking with Allison Collins the other day, who's going to lead off, and she's our Dylan Cruz, Matt. The great hitter in the one spot leading off. But I said, remember when it was like, oh no, we're not going out till 10:30, and now it's like you want to be in your bed at that time.
I'm in bed. No. You got. Is this merch too that you got?
Yeah, we made 72 Catering Reunion 3 T-shirts that we'll be selling there. We also have our purple and gold, red, rock, and blue shirts. We've got a more patriotic red, white, and blue one that we'll be selling. Trey Ledbetter will be there with a bunch of great sports merchandise that we get a percentage of. There's going to be it's a cool thing. I want to thank all the bands that are playing. I want to thank Cam Pyle for putting this lineup together. I want to thank Red Guillot from Werewolf, who's going to close out, Wayne Wagasback and Blueverse, who perhaps do the best version locally I've seen of The Streets Have No Name by U2. The big, long intro and all that, they really do a great job. So 4 great acts. It's just a $20 ticket, and we're going to present 4 checks to 4 different military organizations tomorrow night.
Very cool. Yeah, Wayne, I don't know if they did this year. Blueverse. I know they played last year at Brock Rock and Wine, and they're outstanding. I mean, they sound great. I mean, to play a lot of the hits and all. So yeah, I mean that's sounds like an outstanding show. All right, so Texas Club Saturday night in Baton Rouge, the Catering 3 reunion. TheTexasClub.com for tickets. TheTexasClub.com, or you can get them at the door. You said $20 a ticket.
Yeah, just $20 to get in. We put some tables for sale. We sold out our tables because, once again, I guess we're getting old. Got to sit down. But, yeah.
Or maybe, Jacques, it's that we can when you were going to the catering when you were 21, 22, you didn't have any money, so it didn't matter. Now you're a little older. You got a little disposable income. You can afford the table to sit. Not that you have to sit down. You just can sit down.
Yeah, it's a good, kids don't have a whole lot of money. So, I mean, I think most people that this appeals to, it's the 40 and up crowd. I didn't grow up around here, but I went to the catering a couple times. I've heard all the stories that this was a music venue that was open 7 nights a week and had full band 7 nights a week. And honestly, that's just kind of gone away in Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
So it's kind of bringing that spirit back.
Are any chance of a Ducey's Wild reunion?
I did peek at somebody's set list whose opening song was Jump by Van Halen. So I don't know if they would yank me up there or not. I don't think I'll be singing, but no, there will be no Ducey's Wild soundbite, teleprompter, whatever you want to call our silly band. Can you believe it's been 17 years, Matt, since we were on the back patio of Walk-Ons that night, doing that soundbite, making its debut, sweating in August on the back patio of Walk. You were there, Josh Ennis, Cobble was there. It was
17 years ago.
Yeah, 2008. Yep.
Oh my God.
How about that?
Yeah, Jacques fronted a band for like one gig. They called it Ducey's Wild.
It was more like 10. We did like 10 or 12 shows, believe it. I'm just really glad that Twitter wasn't up and running back then and some other things, because I would have been nailed to the cross for sure.
You would have gone viral. That'd have been great. Who knows? Might have helped your sports casting career. Who knows? But in any event, the Catery reunion show Saturday over at the Texas Club would be great. And of course, we talk about it all the time, but Red, Rock, and Blue is benefiting the Louisiana military charity, so all the money raised goes to those great military charities. So hat tip as always for what you do, Jacques. Before you go, any observations from LSU camp that you'd like to share?
They're really, really good at wide receiver. Nussmeier, if he's healthy, throws the ball very, very well.
Yeah.
They're much improved at safety, much better back there. Offensive line, still a big question mark. And don't get too mad about Clemson being the first game, because many years ago people griped about, I want to see big games in Tiger Stadium. And so Verge did his best to schedule this game 8 years ago. And I think at the time they just weren't thinking, hey, we're going to lose 5 season openers in a row between now and then. So it is a very difficult game to start, but hopefully even if LSU doesn't win, they can make the playoff. I appreciate Brian Kelly giving us all the access he gives us, so we can at least have a decent idea of how good the team is, as opposed to toss sweeps to Leonard Fournette against air or guys hitting sleds. You know how that went, Matt. How's the team look? Well, I don't know.
I don't know. But when they hit the sled, this is the order in which they hit the sled. Oh, my God.
Somebody brought up Big Cat, though. The Big Cat, some people miss Big Cat drill, but
one of the most mind-numbingly stupid drills you could ever imagine. That would achieve literally, for those that don't know, Big Cat is like the old Oklahoma drill. It's basically that was just a one-on-one where two guys just had to push each other off the ball, and you could argue about physicality, but it's literally nothing that you would ever do in football. Like there was no football action or activity in that drill. It was just like a fight between two guys. That's it.
It was the best video for local sportscasts, however, and they would open the gate, and then the Big Cat was like 3 miles away on the other side. And everyone was sprinting to the other end to get this mindless
Jacques,
videos.
When they would do Big Cat, and so for those that don't know where the media entrance is, they would start practice with the Big Cat drill like 2 fields over. So it was literally about 200 yards away. And I used to watch the TV guy like sprinting with their cameras to try to go get video of the Big Cat drill. I'm like, thank God I'm not in TV. That I don't have to go do this. I can just casually walk across the field till they're done with this silly drill and watch what I get to watch. But now we're all on TV. We're all in video anyway. It's just what it is.
Everything is crossed over, brother. You know, Tony Kornheiser and Wilbon, they were kind of like the first to go from print to TV, and now everyone's doing it.
That was like Dick Schaap, the sports reporters, was like really the first.
Yeah, Lupica and those guys. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, those guys. All right, Jacques. Hey, enjoy the Catery show tomorrow, the reunion show. We always appreciate the chat, man. We'll visit soon.
All right. Thanks for having me on. Thanks for promoting, and we'll have a big show tomorrow night. Thanks a lot.
Later, man. That's Jacques Doucet. It's After Further Review. We're brought to you by South Point Volkswagen. SouthPointVW.com, new and certified pre-owned in Baton Rouge, and online at SouthPointVW.com. That's SouthPointVW.com. Airline just north of Highland. Weekend's upon us. If you're going to be out doing a little car shopping, and it used to be, back when the Catery was open, you'd go visit car dealerships all on a Saturday, and you'd test drive and haggle and all that stuff. Now, most everybody just buys their car or shops online. You go to the website, you see the inventory, you look at the dealer specials. It's all there for you. SouthPointVW.com is the website, SouthPointVW.com if you want to go check it out. You can search their entire inventory, new or certified pre-owned. You get the promotions tab, look at all the dealer specials. How about the current owner bonus? If you currently own a Volkswagen, they give you a bonus of $1,500 on your new vehicle, just for already owning a Volkswagen. It's at South Point Volkswagen. SouthPointVW.com, South Point Volkswagen. What's your direction? All right, y'all, it is After Further Review, brought to you by Don Juan Cigar Bar. Final break at the show. We'll come back, wrap up. Since Terrio's gone, we'll do Ask Us, me, Taylor Muse. You got anything about anything, you can fire away. Email us, tweet us, or text us, 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. Lots of ways you can get involved in the show. And also, we are about 12 minutes away from a 4-star wide receiver, Jace Matthews, making his commitment. Everyone's expecting it'll either be LSU or Auburn, so we'll get that announcement here soon as well. We'll wrap up next on AFR.
AFR.
Is turnaround season, y'all, really through October. March to October, but then again, you know that. Turnaround season is upon us, and if you need a great local industrial contractor that has an exemplary safety record, beats the industry standard, and does awesome work, you and Action Industries. The Advanced Turnaround Group is a subsidiary of Action Industries. So I would highly recommend you go to the website, you check them out online. You look at all the different services that they offer. It's right there on the homepage. But for as long as I've been alive, man, 1982, Action Industries has been around. They're a proud partner of LSU athletics. This baseball season, as Jay Johnson and the squad made the run in the national championship, our friends over at Action Industries sponsored every mound visit. So whether you're at the box or listening on radio, every mound visit you heard presented by Action Industries, that's them. Action, INDINC.com for Action Industries, innovation in action.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient. And you will have your pool in no time.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews.
After Further Review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Down the stretch we come, final segment here on a Friday edition of AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. Right there in Town Center. Get on by. Go see our friends this weekend at Don Juan. Stock your humidor, have a cocktail, cigar, maybe watch Saints Sunday afternoon. Great place to do it. Don Juan Cigar Bar. All right, it is After Further Review. Busy show. Talked about Brian Kelly addressing the Garrett Nusmeer injury. JT Lindsay arrested. If you missed that story, it's up at LouisianaSports.net. I did at LouisianaSports.net. We have a statement that attorney Chris Perrette, who is representing JT Lindsay, provided to me. And it's up at LouisianaSports.net if you want to check it out. It does complicate very much the running back room. You were already thin, not having Trey Holly, and now we'll wait on some comment from LSU on this. But outside of Caden Durham, Caleb Jackson, and Harlem Berry, and Juwan Johnson now playing running back, I'll be curious to see if this is going to be any extended absence for JT Lindsay, if maybe they don't move Juwan Johnson back to running back. I mean, it's what they did last year when John Emery got hurt. They may need it. In any event, we'll follow that as the weekend goes along. We're 6 minutes away from the scheduled announcement for Jace Matthews. 4-star wide receiver Jace Matthews from Mississippi, from Rivals. They have him as the number 2 wide receiver in the country. He's expected to pick between LSU and Auburn. We'll see which direction that goes, but it could be another great addition to the class for LSU if they're able to get it. Yeah, I'm not going to read These would have been good for Terrio, these questions.
Yeah, I can imagine the direction they are now that you say that, given today's conversations.
Yeah. Not going to do that. On the landline, do you have to dial 1 then the area code for long distance? Probably, but I wouldn't know because I don't use the landline. Erica uses it every day. Calls her mom, her sister's call. I'm like, why am I paying for a cell phone? Landline. Maybe that'll be a Twitter poll. Do you have a landline? Muse Taylor, thanks. Y'all have an awesome weekend. We'll see you back here Monday at 3.
After further review.
As we get on down the road, remind you about Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. Had a good conversation earlier today, as a matter of fact, with Brandon Holly over at Relief Windows. Awesome dude. Such an ethical guy. Gives back so much to the community as well. It's Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. And it's one of the things I know Brandon told me years ago. He said, as a business owner, you have to be willing to spend your last dollar to make your customer happy. And that's a premise upon which they've built everything at Relief Windows. It's why when he says, yes, they do windows, doors, siding, and shutters, but their real product, their number one product, is customer satisfaction. And when you talk to anyone associated with Relief Windows and the way they treat their customers, that just comes through with the level of expertise and care they give every one of their customers and how they will go above and beyond to make sure that you're thrilled with the work that they do. It's Relief Windows. You can always get that estimate. Go to ReliefWindows.com, ReliefWindows.com, or give them a buzz at 288-8138 for Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. Whole team on wildin'.
ED T, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance, Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim